Okay, we're live. All right. I had to restart my computer. OBS just said it gave me the middle finger when I tried going live. What's going on, San Antonio Spurs fans and NBA fans and Clippers fans? Thank you for being here. Little technical difficulty to start the night. Hopefully, it's not going to be that kind of night for me. Hopefully, we get a Spurs win. Paul George is back for the Clippers, and hopefully, having a good game tonight. Thanks everybody that hung out last night for the Kings game. I ended up deleting that stream. I had a little bit of a I didn't like my attitude in the first 10 minutes. I'm like, you know what? I don't want it to be a representation of the channel. We all make mistakes, of course. And I was like, I'm just deleting that stream. So hopefully I have a good night tonight. I'm sure I'll be tired and incoherent within the next 2 hours as it's 10:30 already where I am and the game has not even started. What's up, Troy, J Money, Brandon Jorrell, Mike Diaz, Yes Sirski, Mars, Patriots fan. I'm finally up and running. Selena Gomez, thank you for being here. Selena, what do you got to say about tonight's game? Well, there we go. That's what it's all about right there. I think that's what it's all about. I don't know. Everything looks like it's up and running, and we are good to go. Oh, I got to get my rosters up for the Clippers because the Clippers are down a lot of players. Yeah, a lot of teams are down a lot of players right now, so it's making it really hard to call NBA games when the usual suspects that you're used to seeing out there are all out because of health and safety protocol. Good evening, Troy. Murray, White, McDermott, KJ Pirtle. So the standard starting five. J Money, you got a starting lineup for the Clippers while you're doing your starting lineup thing. Appreciate you getting that for me. I had a feeling that would be the starting lineup. Spurs should be a little more rested because they played earlier. I don't know. 1:30 p.m. where you are. Jackson, Luke, PG-13, Man, Zubac. So Nicholas Batum back on the bench. Okay. I had him in the starting lineup. I didn't know Paul George was going to be back tonight. Kawhi Leonard is not playing. He's on the thumbnail. I figure he's kind of the face of the Clippers for the most part. So it is what it is. Fun fact, in 2008 draft, in the first round, the Spurs wanted to draft Nicholas Batum initially before the Rockets ruined that first. Hence, we ended up drafting George Hill. Well, it all circles back around to why. I don't like the Clippers. Okay, RQ3. It's really strange that we lose to mid teams and we went against good teams, typical Spurs. I had a good day, Zachary. Had a really good day. Thank you for asking. Much better than yesterday. To have the Giants look just absolutely like garbage and the Spurs played bad, and I thought I was getting trolled in the chat. So unfortunately, I trolled back, and I don't like to do that on the channel. If somebody's trolling me in the chat, I should just ignore it. And if you guys want to time them out, let them do that. So I got to get back to remembering that. What's up, part-time Spurs fan? Hopefully we have a good game tonight. I would really like the Spurs. It would be amazing if the Spurs could win tonight and win in LA Wednesday night. Now that's going to be a really late night again, but I'm off the next day, so not as wait. No, I'm working the next day. Wait, Spurs play tonight? No, dang, I'm not off. But whatever. It'll be the last day of the work week, and it'll be dead at my job. Christmas week, I can already see like the workload's going down as we get closer to Christmas. It's just going to go. I saw you in another stream asking for. Oh, that was Sir from the Six. I always want to call him Sir Cardinal TV. I know he changed his name, but to me he's always Sir Cardinal. So when I say Sir Cardinal, that's what I'm talking about. But he stopped by, so I want to stop by and say hi to him. And I like his new setup. I haven't been there in a while, but he's got a new rig going, if you will. And I remember a long time ago he did the game thing that I did, but he said, that's your thing. You do it. And I'm like, all right, that'll be my thing. What's going on, Phil? Channel member, thank you for stopping in. I might not have heard you say it before, but are we back working now? Who? Me? I'm working again. My stream was having some issues, but we're good there too. Good evening, Christian Clippers fan from Brazil. Thank you for stopping in. Good evening, Anthony. Spurs have 34 games with 20 plus assists set. Wow. And we're losing still that many games. My friends, if you haven't hit the thumbs up, would appreciate it if you could do so. It is the easiest way to support the channel, and it's 100% free, and I'll always ask for free stuff on the channel. The Giants, we should all start Jake Fromm. I think Jake Fromm is going to start, yes, Sirski, because Daniel Jones is out for the year now, as is Sterling Shepard with a torn ACL. Just bad news left and right if there are still Giants fans out there. I can't imagine there's too many these days. Yeah, I might not have seen it, Zachary. I was working on something else while I was in Sir Cardinal's stream. Hartston and Morris. I did see Morris was out. Bobby February, good evening. Ace Jude, thank you for stopping in. It's my first time watching the Clippers this year, so I'll probably be a little rusty, especially with so many of their key guys out. This is another team that you would think the Spurs could take advantage of players being out, but we saw last night they had a chance to take advantage of that, and it was a rough game last night against the Kings for a while because of yeah, I'm just testing every Sunday. It's the rapid test, which is very simple, doesn't hurt. So it's there he is, Paul George. Pandemic P is in the house. Going after the injury, if he continues like this, he can be the second coming of DeJounte. I like what I'm seeing, but he needs a Batman and Robin. He needs somebody else, his running mate, and Derek White has been more down than up this year. Maybe Kellen's been on a roll. Lonnie Walker's been playing well lately, but he needs, another guy out there that's going to score 20 points a game. We don't have that right now. Nice caps lock. All right. Clippers are an up and down. Well, if anybody knows up and down teams, it's this guy right here. I'm definitely cool with calling him Jake from State Farm. Mike, I don't know what's going on with Kawhi Leonard these days. I mean, who knows I don't think Kawhi knows what's going on. What's going on, Spurs Nation? Thank you for stopping in. Lucas, channel member, thank you for stopping in. The Booster. Catherine Brewster. It's totally not the same thing, but whatever. Ibaka coming off the bench. Wait, Ibaka? Zubac? Who are we talking about? All right. Who this? Who's this blonde girl on the Clippers stream? November 16th at the Staples Center, the Clippers beat the Spurs 106-94. Spurs got out-rebounded 52-40. Out free throw 22-7. Wait, did we play the Clippers already? I remember that. November 16th? Damn. I totally don't... okay, whatever. Gabriel, I hope the Spurs score more points, and that's going to be the key to victory. My key to victory tonight is scoring more points than the opposing team. Whoever does that, take it to the bank, they're going to win the game. I don't know. I don't know. Did we? Or are they talking about last year? I don't remember us playing the Clippers. What's up, Xander? Thank you for stopping in. Good evening, Dazo 3030. Serene, thank you for stopping in. Betting on the Spurs. Ooh, I love my team, but I wouldn't put any money on them. Quiet out until March or playoffs. All right, players are on the court, and away we go. Spurs are wearing their Skittles uniforms tonight. The Clippers are wearing their blues with white lettering. And I still can't get over these Spurs Fruity Pebbles uniforms. I don't know. Pirtle against Zubac, and Pirtle with the pass right to PG-13, who's not on your team. Paul George taking it to DeJounte Murray. Pull-up jumper in the paint, and that's a miss for Pandemic P. Jakob Pirtle with the rebound. That's right. I don't call him Playoff P. He's Pandemic P. DeJounte to the free throw line. Pull-up jumper. That is no good. Zubac with the rebound. Both teams looking a little rusty to start the game. Brandon's World, I agree. 100%. Serge Ibaka is back? Oh, I did not know that. Paul George into the paint, and he makes the layup and gets me for making fun of his nickname. Taco Cabana jerseys. McDermott, free throw line jumper. Rattles around, bounces around, goes in. 2-2. 1 minute down, 11 to go in the first quarter. Plenty of time. If the game ended at this score, well, it would be the boringest thing I've ever done on my channel. So I'll just leave it at that. Paul George to Zubac in the paint. Misses the dunk, but he is going to get fouled as George and Zubac and White all go down. 3 players. Let the bodies hit the floor. He is going to be a problem. Is that a big old woman? No, that's not a big old woman. Come on. Austin Jackson, good evening. Nah. Somebody said she's thick. No, I saw a recent picture of her. She still looks like a regular woman to me. Merry Christmas, Ayets. Thank you for stopping in. And Happy New Year. Popping fireworks, not where I am. It's illegal. Zubac's first free throw. Bada bing, bada boom. Rattles around, and this should be interesting. For you guys that are new to the channel, or if you haven't been here in a late game, I tend to get a little incoherent after midnight, 12:30. I'll still be able to call a game, but it could get interesting. Yes, Paul George is playing. Yep, thought he was out, but he is back tonight. Yeah, they're showing Zubac stats against the Spurs from November 16th. He missed a free throw, but second chance opportunity, something the Spurs give up a lot, Clippers fans. Offensive board for LA. Paul George going one-on-one with my man Kellen Johnson. Goes right by him into the paint. Gets it to Zubac. Zubac having a trouble handling the ball. Gets it back out. Luke Kennard with the shot, and that is going to be a shot clock violation. Nice defense by the Spurs. Poor San Antonio woman. Lost him in the fans. Nice. Kawhi is out. The claw is out. He's out for a while. But he's on my thumbnail because, you know. Keldon Johnson takes off into the paint. He throws up the runner, and it's going to ding-ding and go in. Ring. Happy holidays. 4-3, 2 minutes down. Drive to the hoop and pass off to Zubac. That was Reggie Jackson driving into the paint. And a steal by Jakob Poeltl. Spurs trying to run. Jean-Pierre into the paint, and he holds it up out to Doug McDermott for three. And that's short. Jakob Poeltl with the offensive board. The putback is no good, but Jakob Poeltl is going to the line for two. No! Hey, it's Key. Welcome to TSR Sports. Thank you for becoming a channel member. I'm going to do something for my channel members next month. Or sometime soon, but I don't want to do one of those, hey, I'm doing a giveaway this day, and then everybody joins, and then everybody leaves. So I'm going to be surprising with my giveaways. Missed the first free throw. There's a shocker. Spurs win in overtime. I hope not, Era. I hope we win. I absolutely do not want this game to go to overtime. It is 10:45 p.m. where I am. Overtime means I'm going to be up past 1 a.m. I don't want that to happen. Jakob's second free throw. He made it. Hey, 1 of 2 is good for Jakob Poeltl. He's like 35% for the year, so 1 for 2 will actually raise his free throw percentage. PG with the alley-oop to Zubac. Zubac gets fouled. Misses the shot. He's going to go to the line for 2, and that foul, I believe, is on Keldon Johnson. Yes, it is. I was going to do it yesterday, but it was going to... All good, man. All good. YouTube love what's going on. It is late where I am. Ivica Zubac averaging 9.6, 7.9, and 24.7 minutes this year for the Los Angeles Clippers. His first free throw is no good. All right. He's as good as a free throw shooter as Jakob Poeltl, apparently. Brothers from another mother? Yes, he does, Austin. A lot of people don't realize Jakob Poeltl leads the NBA in offensive rebounding. Junley, what's up? Thank you for stopping in. Let's Go Spurs is right. Second free throw is good. If anybody's new to the channel, good evening, Brian. I am obviously a San Antonio Spurs fan. I cover 90% or so of all their games. I also do recaps every week and an odd news video or analysis video. Derek White, runner in the paint, is good. I also cover the United States Women's National Team, and maybe I'll do a Giants or Yankees video once on an absolute blue moon. We'll see on that one. Phil, member for 8 months. Smash that thumbs up, TSR Nation. That's a miss, and here come the San Antonio Spurs. Jean-Pierre on three-point lane, crossover dribble, drives to the post, throws it up high off the glass, and that's good. And the Spurs take a 9-4 lead with 9-1-1. Better call 9-1-1. Steven, let's go Spurs. I'll take it. Oh, Steven from the Philippines. Is that what that is? Kennard, use the force, Luke. Actually, don't use the force. I'm rooting for the Spurs. Gets it to Zubac. Zubac to Reggie Jackson. Jackson in the paint with the runner, and that is good. And it is 6-9. Okay, anyway. Peter, it is 10:47 p.m. where I'm at. Keldon Johnson spins around to the post, throws it up off the glass. It's going to roll in, and KJ with 4 points, I believe, already in the first 3.5 minutes of the game. Keldon being a little more aggressive with his 2-point shooting. Zubac in the paint, throws it up, and around Jakob Poeltl with the layup. Jakob complaining he got hit in the face. I didn't really see it. Maybe it happened, maybe not. Spurs ball. McDermott off the screen. Back to Jakob. Jakob with a layup, and it is no good. Luke Kennard will bring it up for the Clippers. Fast-paced game so far. I like it. And that's an in-and-out burger 3-point shot for Terrence Mann, I believe, who's checked into the game. Derek White's going to take a 3 of his own. When's the last time Derek White made a 3? Gosh, every time he shoots from beyond the arc, I don't want to cringe, but I do. Paul George pull-up jumper is good. And Pop's going to call timeout with 7:47 as Paul George is fired up right now. You could be right, Bagong. From the Philippines, go Spurs go. Thank you for stopping in. Hello from one Richard to another. Yes, another big body bucket. We got a crowd starting to pick up a little bit. The way we could pick it up more is hit that thumbs up. Would appreciate you if you could. Brandon, I will hope Jacques Lindale, and I feel bad saying that because I do like Drew Eubanks, but you have to put the team before the player. Always got to put the team before the player, and I think Jacques Lindale, while defensively Drew has more experience, and Landale's going to make mistakes here and there. The way he's going to get better is by playing, and he does give us more offensively. He spreads the floor. He's shown us some swift moves in the paint. So I think we got to get Landale in there. I've been saying that all year, Bobby. It's like reverse world. The good teams raise our level. The bad teams. That's a good point, though. But Bobby, I've been saying I like Doug McDermott, but I don't like him as a starting power forward for the San Antonio Spurs. I much would rather have him come off the bench as our 3, but we don't have really a guy at the 4 we can start. And some folks had said start Jacques Lindale at the 4 and Jakob Poeltl at the 5. I don't like that. Personally, as a defensive-minded team, at least it looks like we're going to be that way, I'd rather start either Devin Vassell at the 3 and Keldon at the 4, but I think we're undersized. Hopefully Zach Collins, when he's back, maybe he could take over the 4 spot and Doug can be firepower off the bench. Because I do think this is going to be like the Spurs teams of the 2000s if we're going to win this because of defense. And Doug, he's defense. Not for a lack of effort, but it's just he's not great defensively. What's up, Urban Wild? Hello from the Philippines. Dopamine effects. What's going on? Ian with the go from the Philippines. All right. Thunder win 102-99 Memphis. Yes, Brian, PG-13 is back. And I'm glad he's back. You know, you might say, wait a minute, you're a Spurs fan. You don't want him to play. No, I'm the type of fan that wants to see my opponent at their best. I don't want any excuses, and I want to see the best players in the NBA play. I wish Kawhi Leonard was out there. I do. He's dealing with an injury, go figure. So he's not out there, but I'd rather see him. I'd rather see teams at full strength. And, of course, I'd like to see my team at full strength. They should put Devin at the 2 and Derek. A lot of people have been asking for that. McDermott this 3 and but Keldon's undersized for 4, and I worry Keldon trying to always play at the 4 spot. Who is Jamie Maggio? Why is she not on my couch calling the game with me? New replacement player agreement. Teams are now allowed to sign 1 replacement player for each positive you-know-what case. Oh, okay. Replacement players will not count towards a salary cap or luxury tax. Limit on number of games active for 2-way players has been eliminated. All right, because of the health and safety stuff, McDermott with the runner, it's good. They're changing a lot of the rules on players, so that's interesting. I mean, a lot of teams are having massive issues with it, so I get it. They don't want to keep canceling or postponing games. I think right now they just postponed them. Nothing's like permanently canceled. Zubac gets it to PG-13. PG-13 with a beautiful behind-the-back pass, and then Zubac with a massive one-handed dunk in the Spurs' face in the paint. Oh, my Atlanta. Keldon's not a 4. Merry Christmas to Rich and Selena. If only she was here with me for real. Derek White in the paint throws it up off the glass. No good. Jakob Poeltl, an offensive board. And then a little jump Olay shot. Why aren't you dunking those, Jakob? Gosh, big man. Dunk the ball! Gosh, if I was 7 feet, I would be, especially if just on the previous play, Zubac threw it in our face. You got to throw it back. Reggie Jackson with the runner. It's no good. DeJounte running the floor to the free throw line. Over to Derek White. White thinks about a 3, pulls it down. Back to Jakob Poeltl. Jakob with the jumper, and it is going to bounce around and go in. Hey, Asia, good evening, my friend. Cowboy X Factor, thank you for stopping in. Eluded, thank you for being here. Co-witter, well, I'm probably going to do a documentary on Kawhi Leonard in the offseason at some point. Paul George with the jumper. It's good. Paul George off to a good start. We need Pop's permission to dunk. DeJounte, his pull-up jumper, short jumper is good, and both teams starting to exchange buckets, and kind of a high-scoring game. There's 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Spurs are on pace for 38. I don't know if we'll keep that pace. Reggie Jackson, not Mr. October, with the ball right now. Crosses over DeJounte, throws up a layup, and it's good. And wow, Reggie Jackson just put a move on DeJounte Murray. Gordini Studios, thank you for stopping in. Did I say that right? Studios. Gordini? DeJounte out in three-point land will start to drive. Pull-up jumper is no good. And Jakob Poeltl with another offensive rebound. Out to Doug McDermott for three. Klang into the front of the rim. DeJounte Murray with the rebound. Back out to Doug McDermott for another three. Klang front of the rim. Keldon Johnson with the rebound. Oh my goodness, this is hectic. Spurs, what, 3 offensive rebounds there? Back to Doug McDermott. Over to Derek White. Derek White takes a 3. Oh my goodness, make a shot! Come on. Was that 4 misses for the Spurs on that one? Jeez. 3 misses, 4 misses? Reggie Jackson for 3. Good. That's how you do it, apparently. What was all that? How do you miss so many shots? Keldon Johnson in the paint. He throws it up off the glass, gets nothing. And here come the Clippers looking to take the lead from the San Antonio Spurs. Pandemic P way out in three-point land. Step back 3 is off the front of the rim. Backboard, and then no good. DeJounte Murray with the rebound. Spurs, I think, missed 5 or 6 shots in a row now. Geez. At least we're getting offensive rebounds. DeJounte throws it up off the glass, and good. And a whistle. It's a timeout by the Clippers. 4:21 to go in the first. More arc. Yeah, right? Get under it. What's up, Tracy? Nate, thank you for stopping in. Absolutely. If somebody's going to put something like that up and share that with me, I'm going to respond 100% of the time. And anything I can do, I was having a rough day Sunday. You guys cheered me up, and obviously I'm having a good day again today. And got a really nice Christmas card from a close friend, and I had a good day. I'm going to forget last night's game where I was a poo-poo head in the first 10, 15 minutes. That's why I deleted it, and just focus on having some fun tonight. Stairs at Dougie. Whoa. Vikings 17-3 Bears. Yeah, well, you know what? As a Giants fan, I want the Vikings to win because the Giants get the Bears' first-round pick, don't they? So we have, what, two top 5 picks right now? Devontae Caycock has looked really, really good in Austin, and I wouldn't be shocked if he gets called up sooner than later. Now, granted, the G League games don't transition over exactly to the NBA. Luka Samanic is a perfect example. But, man, we need rebounding and somebody that can knock the other team around, and that Caycock can throw it around. Jakob is so nice. Leads the NBA on offensive rebounds. And Jakob, say what you about Jakob Poeltl. Some Spurs fans say we'll never win anything with him at the 5. He's outplaying his contract. There was a few websites that reported on, like, his value based on his statistics is 14 to 15 million a year, and I think we're paying him like 8 or 9. So he's outplaying his contract, and that's what you want. Conversely, you could say Derek White right now is not living up to his contract. I don't like saying that, but overall this season, especially his three-point shooting, has not been what the Spurs expected it to be. Can we trade for Buddy Field Day? I don't think so. Yeah, sorry, Xander. There was another person in there who I thought they were trolling me, saying that I wasn't showing the live game. It was a misunderstanding, and I had a rage moment just in regards to people always questioning why I can't show live coverage, even though it's not. Obviously, I don't think my titles of my videos are deceptive at all. It says live play-by-play and scoreboard, but my apologies. I can admit when I'm wrong. That's NBA champion Devontae. That's true. That's true. Devontae Caycock is an NBA champion. The Card 15, what's going on? Can we trade for a draft? Yeah, sure. S. Hogan, hey y'all, what's going on? Burns is having a rough year this year, isn't he? Isn't he really struggling? Thought on KG, number 4 in three-point percentage all of a sudden. Peter, I did a video on that. The thumbnail said Keldon Johnson, next Steph Curry or something. And I was trolling, admittedly, but his three-point shooting has been phenomenal. And you guys have to remember, Keldon started the year in the first 10 games shooting 14% from beyond the arc. He's shooting about 57% since then. That is ungodly, shooting 57% from the arc. It is Clippers ball, 4:10 to go in the first quarter. Luke Kennard. Jacques Landale's in the game, by the way. Jacques Landale is backing up. Jacques Landale is in the game, Spurs fans. You've been asking for it. Papa's finally giving it to us. Landale open for 3. Booyah! There's what he brings to the Spurs. We got a big man that can shoot the 3, and he's only going to get more confident with his time in the NBA. Yeah! 24-19. Sorry for the yelling. I'm very passionate. So, yeah, anyway. They try to get to Zubac in the paint. It's going to be poked out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Clippers. Liu Kang Landale. Goodbye, Drew. Asia, you know better. You know better, sweetie, that from the years listening to me or Bad Dog, you know the volume can go whoosh, like this in a heartbeat. And the inbound pass is almost stolen. A fight for the ball, and Devin Vassell will run away with it. Gets it to Lonnie Walker. Walker in the paint with the layup. Another athletic move, and I love what Lonnie's been doing the last 5 games. I checked on Basketball Reference. I think Lonnie, the last 5 games he's played, averaging about 19 points per game, which is way up from about the 10 he was averaging. Austin 3:16 left in the first quarter. It is Clippers ball. Terrence Mann pull up 3. Good. Game. Blouses. Thad Andrew. I can with the Spurs, but Leafa with the Clippers it's a little harder since I don't know their roster as well. Nicholas Bainham has checked in. Keldon Johnson into the paint with the ball and throws it up high. No good. Swatted out by Jacques Landale. And Lonnie Walker's now going to take the 3, and it's a total brick. Oh, my goodness. That one didn't look too good. Clippers ball. And a turnover. Terrence Mann turns the ball over. Keldon Johnson sprinting up the court. Passes it off to Devin Vassell. Vassell for 3. Front rim, no good. And the rebound by Serge Ibaka, who is back. Serge Ibaka. Luke Kennard just pulls up for a quick 3. Oh, brick. It's hard to call the assist when these guys are just throwing up the shots so quick. 26-22, 2:11 to go in the first quarter. And DeJounte Murray looking to reset the offense. Derek White looking to check back in for San Antonio. DeJounte takes off into the paint. Almost loses it. Pull-up jumper looks like it's going to be short, but it hits the rim, hits the backboard, and finally goes in. DeJounte creating his own shot. What's Murray got so far? Like 8 points in the game? He's been playing well. Yeah, that was a bad shot, Patriots fan. Houston Oilers, what's going on? The Houston Oilers, classic. Terrence Mann out in three-point land, guarded by DeJounte. 5 on the shot clock, steps back, starts to take off, runs into the paint, passes it out, and the three-point attempt is good by Nicholas Batum. 28-25, huge 3 for Nicholas Batum with the shot clock expiring. Murray in the paint to Jacques Landale. Landale with a thunder dunk of justice! Murray found cutting into the paint and a beautiful pass, and he will dunk too. Something I keep screaming for Acapulco to do. Landale with 5 points already. Luke Kennard takes a quick 3. No good. Keldon Johnson with the rebound. Whew. I like what I'm seeing from Landale already. DeJounte Murray into the paint. Out to Devin Vassell. Vassell's going to drive baseline. He throws it up, and it's going to be poked out of bounds on the miss. It's going to stay with the Spurs. 11 on the shot clock. The Thunder from down under. Can I get some Go Spurs goes in the chat? Selena, what do you think of that? Yep. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yep, I like Jacques. Batum? It's Batum? Batum. All right, Batum. Anyway, Lonnie Walker, pull-up jumper after an inbound pass, and that's good for Lonnie. That's much better, Lonnie. Yes, Gabriel, what up, Mr. Biggie? Haiti, Go Spurs, go as Rice. Batum. Wow. All right, I'm just going to change how I have it spelled. Eric Bledsoe with a quick pull-up jumper as I was looking at the chat. Nicholas Batum. What I do is I say their names wrong. I just change the spelling to how it's pronounced. I cheat. Landale for another... Jacques Landale for another 3! What? He's got 8 points already! Coming out party? Othman, what's going on? Jacques Landale was 8 points. It is Clippers ball, and we have a whistle, and that's an offensive foul on the Clippers. 35-27, 11.6. Phil with the $5 super chat says, Rich, do you remember the Spurs versus Mavs game when we had 6 players on the floor during the last play down by 2? Oh, vaguely. I think I remember what you're talking about. When was that? Derek White into the paint. Runs around to the paint. Out to Lonnie Walker. And we're not even going to get a shot off? Wow. Well, I'll take this lead. Hey, Ofa, what's going on? Spurs fans, we've been asking for Jacques Landale, and he's taken 3 shots. made a three, threw down a two-handed dunk, and made another three. If he keeps playing like this, Drew Eubanks is not going to play another minute this year, barring foul trouble. May 2014. I feel like I remember something weird like that happening, but it's been 7 years, and I'm like old and stuff. We finally got to see the secret weapon, right? I mean, I'm sorry I'm so excited, but my merchandise is called Play Jacques Landale out of the free Jacques Landale catalog. I mean, the guy's an NBL Finals MVP. He's 26 years old. He's not your standard rookie. Feed Jacques, exactly, Nick. Jacques starting dribble war, not ready for that just yet. Yeah, now we need some K-Cock. We need some big old K-Cock, and we're good. Terrible last possession, but man, what a surprise from Landale. 2 threes in the dunk. Way to finish strong. I know. 8 already for Luke Ang Landale. We've been begging for it. I mean, he's on pace for 32 points tonight. I don't know if he's going to be able to keep that going, but man. Primo dropped 23 and K-Cock 23 in the G League today. All right. South Tex, Jacques. I know. Jacques, Yak, and K-Cock. There you go. Is that our new big three? Probably not, but Yak, Jacques, and K-Cock. I like it. Nate, just to give you an example, I actually discussed this. Not the last game, but the game before it. I'm already against the Jazz. Drew Eubanks played like 8 minutes, had a minus 12. Jacques Landale, when he got his first real minutes, played like 7 minutes and had plus 14. So for those of you that like plus minus, yeah, I like Drew. I do. I feel you. And I don't want to, I'm happy that Jacques Landale's playing good, but if he's playing well, that means Drew Eubanks he's not going to get any more playing time. But again, team before player, I think we've seen Drew Eubanks' ceiling. He's a fun player to watch. He's energetic. He throws down huge dunks. But I think his heart is bigger than his talent, which says something for him. I think he outplays his talent level sometimes. But in the end, we're trying to win. And I think long-term Landale will give us our best chance to win. There you go. Yeah, you just said it, Nick. There you go. Right, JRN 21? I'll get on a mattress with Demetrius. I mean, I would too. Well, yes. I'm a fan no matter what happens. It's been a rough couple years. Oh, all right, Sarah. I didn't know that. But, I mean, I did a channel reset this summer because a lot of the old content was happening during the start of the pandemic and the presidential election. And just so much stuff got political in the streams. I just wanted to kind of do a soft reset. But I did call the Spurs 2 years previously to this season, and Serge Ibaka with the turnaround jumper, no good. Landale's still in there. Lonnie Walker into the paint. Lonnie with a thunder-handed dunk of Lonnie Justice. Taking it in there and throwing it down. Spurs up by 10, 37-27, 11-10 to go. But yeah, I've been fun. I've covered the Spurs on this channel only when they've been not good. And we're going to have a foul in the paint. We had a miss, but an offensive board for the Clippers. 37-27. All right. Let me get focused. Thank you, Luke. Appreciate that. Can Eubanks move to 4? I don't think, Lucas, I don't think that the talent's there to really to start. Or, I mean, if we're going to, Thaddeus would be better at the 4, but he's on his way out because of, constantly saying doesn't want to be here. Serge Ibaka is at the line for 2. Serge Ibaka. First free throw is no good. A little too much arc on that one, my friend. That was a nice dunk by Lonnie. All right, our crew 3, we'll try. All right, Ozzy, since you asked. Go Spurs, go! Ibaka's second free throw. 10:58 to go in the second Q, a.k.a. first half. Wow, he's really thinking about this one, and he made it. All right. What's up, Nilo Buford, Clippers fans, thank you for being here, by the way. Really appreciate you hanging out with TSR Sports tonight. I am a Spurs channel. That being said, I will call the game down the line. Well, yes, I'll be very excited when something good happens for the Spurs and when something good happens for the Clippers. That being said, I like to call fouls the way I see them. No bias with that or, charges, etc. I'm like, because anybody that's in the stream that's a Spurs fan knows that many plays I've said, the Spurs got away with one, or that shouldn't have been a foul on the other team. I call it like I see it. White pull-up jumper is no good. Landell with the offensive board, but he can't hold on to it. I think he can make a credit for a putback and a miss on that one. We have a drive to the paint and an awkward, tough layup by Eric Bledsoe. Where did Eric Bledsoe play with? Was he with the Golden State Warriors? Can't remember. I feel like he played in Golden State. I don't know. Lonnie Walker just pulls up, creates his own shot. It's no good. And we're going to have a foul, and I think that might be on the Clippers, pushing Jacques Landale in the back. Yep. I like Landale's effort on the boards. Random question. Where do you think the next two expansion teams should go? Connecticut. Hartford, Connecticut. There you go. Oh, Thad's getting traded. Jakob Poeltl has checked back in for the Spurs and immediately throws the ball away. But we're going to have a foul before the turnover. Spurs got lucky there. Tabitsky 1010, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in, channel supporter. I like the Clippers because I still... Oh, all right, Colder Jester. Brianna G, Pelicans and Bucks, are those your teams? Okay. Seattle, good point. That's Jacques anymore. When's the last? I think just Joaquin. I think just because Drew's not been playing. Drew got in foul trouble against the Jazz, and Thaddeus Young has been such kind of a poopy attitude that I think Pop didn't want to bring him in and went to Landale, and now that it seems to be working out. We got a miss by Devin Vassell, and wide open for three is Batum, and he misses the three. That's what I'm going to say every time he takes a shot now. Batum. Lonnie Walker around three-point land. Going to take off into the paint. Lonnie with the... Oh! No foul. Thought he maybe got fouled, but maybe they got all ball. It is Clippers ball. And Jakob Poeltl with a block. Who's number 4 on the Clippers? I don't have a number 4 on my little post here. And Lonnie back down the other end, misses a shot. Devin Vassell offensive board. Throws it out to Derek White. Number 4 at the Clippers. Who is that? Wearing a headband. Derek White throws up a layup, and it's going to roll out of the rim. And no, Calvin, what's going on, my man? Holy moly, drops the 49 on me. Says, go Spurs and Suns. Merry Christmas to you and all Spurs fans. Your Spurs have something special going. Keep it going. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it. Merry Christmas to you, my man. You've been supporting the channel since I started. And thank you. Appreciate you. Everybody that supports the channel, any member, and anybody that's, whether you're not a member or don't donate, just hitting the thumbs up. That means a lot to me. I don't know what we're at for thumbs up. Hopefully at least at 50. Derek White at the line for 2, and the first one's good. We're at 65 thumbs up. Let's keep it going. You want to support the channel? You don't have to super chat if you can. No worry there. Just smash that. Let's see if we can get to 100. The smoothest player? Oh, I don't know. Brandon Boston's number 4? Oh, I don't have his number on my board. I just have Brandon Boston Jr. No wonder why I couldn't figure that out. What's up, PHTH Tracker? Brandon Boston, thank you. That shot is no good. I didn't see who shot as I was looking at the chat. I had Brandon Boston listed on my players for the Clippers, but I didn't have a number next to his name. Derek White out to Trey Jones. Trey Jones into the paint. Throws up a runner. That's going to front rim. No good. And it is Clippers ball. Reggie Jackson's checked back in. Reggie with the ball right now. Setting up the offense. Takes off into the paint. Behind the back pass to Ibaka. Ibaka for 3. No good. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Back out to Batum. Batum over to Boston. Boston in the paint. Misses the shot. Boston with his own putback. And he gets that one. A lot of contact, but no whistle in the paint. I thought the Spurs might have got whistle there, but not so much. And we have a timeout. Ooh, great moss on Boston's head. Good for him. Timeout. Rich, Clippers fans don't exist, bro. I can't even get along. They don't exist. They exist. I saw that, Raul. Yes, 23 for Primo. Thank you, Jonathan. Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, and I admit this, and I think every YouTuber for the most part does this, for the San Antonio Spurs, I don't need any help identifying the players. I know who everybody is top to bottom. But for the opposing teams, I always have a little list of their roster, well, their starters and their second unit, maybe a couple primary third unit guys. Because I only see the teams maybe twice a year and just don't know everybody. So, sometimes you need a little help from my friends. Lonnie has looked really good and smooth lately. Trey is back at point guard? I don't know. He's getting a lot of playing time. I noticed Bryn Forbes hasn't played yet tonight. Bryn's kind of been weird with his minutes. It's like if we're winning and playing well, Bryn's not going to play. But if our offense is struggling, Pop is trying to use him as kind of like a spark plug off the bench. His minutes have been very inconsistent. Not falling off yet, Bobby. We're still up by 6. Spurs almost drafted Batum back in 08. Oh, yeah. Somebody mentioned that earlier. You were talking about that. Batum! I don't look as good doing it. I mean, not even close. Not even in the ballpark. Gerbil War, I've talked about that. And some folks are like, no, why would you say that? I'm like, look, when I look at the long-term plans, Thaddeus Young clearly does not fit where we're going, and he doesn't want to be here. I like Bryn Forbes, but this is going to be, I think, a defensive-minded team, which he is not. And I think Josh Primo could easily take his spot, his random 10 minutes a game, in no time. And a contender could obviously use Bryn Forbes. And Bryn, I like Bryn, but I think he'd be happier in a team that has a chance to win than a team that's in a rebuild right now. Or maybe he'd be fine being here in the rebuild and helping. I don't know. But Bryn could possibly go to a contender. I guess now we could say Drew Eubanks maybe as part of a package could possibly be traded. The Bucks used Bryn very well. Yes, I did see it. With DeRozan went for 38 against LA. I'm not going to lie. I did enjoy that. And Easy, what's going on? It's 39-32. Did we get an extra point somewhere, Jonathan? Did he change a 2 to a 3? Or because I'm just following the scoreboard on the TV. That is our best player. I don't think I agree with that. It's not a Batuma. It's not a Batuma at all. Good one. Selena is playing. With me. What? Oh. At 39-32, I don't know where that extra point came from. Jakob Poeltl would have missed, gets his own miss, gets it out to Derek White. White's going to drive and throws it out of bounds. It was deflected by Eric Bledsoe, Spurs ball. Oh, come on, Ezekiel. Why are you going to be like that? Who's your team? Are you a Clippers fan? I mean, I like how people troll the Spurs. They're like, the Spurs suck. I'm like, we're in our first rebuild ever. Oh, McDermott gets blocked in the paint. And this is coming from people whose teams have never won anything. Reggie Jackson in the paint. He might have gotten fouled. No whistle. Goes flying out of bounds. Spurs got a 5-on-4. And Bryn Forbes turns the ball over. We were just talking about him. Reggie is okay. Back up down the other end. And now a turnover by Brandon Boston Jr. It is sloppy ball handling. McDermott for 3. There we go. Yeah, Forbes in now. Oh, boy. Clippers GOAT. How many championships do they have? Is it one or none? I'm going to throw you back a little bit. I would not talk smack if my team's never won anything ever. Zubac with the paint. I respect your team, but come on now. Let's be realistic. A little respect for the Spurs, too, who were one of the best teams in basketball for 2 decades. That's a miss by Reggie Jackson, but Clippers fans still thank you for being here. Let's get back to the game. Forbes to Jakob Poeltl. Poeltl back to Doug McDermott. McDermott just takes a quick 3 and gets blocked. And now bodies are falling, and we have a late whistle, and I think that's going to go against San Antonio. What is this tech job? That's Selena Gomez. Jonathan, I don't know where the extra point came from. Grapes are good. Yes, they are. So confused by the girl on the screen. The Clippers do have the misfortune that the other LA team has been better. I'll just leave it at that. I hope we're on track soon, Christopher. I agree. Phil, I'm not gonna. I have nothing against Clippers or their fans. I used to like Danny Manning back in the day. I'm going way back for the Clippers, like way back. Man, bodies are hitting the floor left and right. I was missed by Eric Bledsoe. He wanted a foul, didn't get it. Paul George back in. He's going one-on-one with Trey Jones. And now another whistle. It's getting a little chippy out there. She's a Spurs fan, tech job. She's wearing a Spurs outfit there, and then here you go. That's why Selena's on the screen. I don't know if she's still a Spurs fan. She was. Yeah, LJ, I'm not exactly digging this this lineup that's out there right now. I don't like Forbes and Jones at guard. They're both small, and Forbes' defense is Forbes and McDermott on the floor too at the same time means bad defense. Paul George's three is no good. Jones with the rebound. So you got two guys that aren't good on defense and an undersized backcourt. I don't like this lineup. Jones with the runner, no good. Fight for the board, and it'll fall into the hands of Trey Jones. McDermott's going to think about a three, pulls it down, back out to Keldon. He takes the baseline three. Keldon Johnson for three. Wants the foul, not going to get it. KJ. I think that's his first three of the game. My man, right there. Don't disrespect the beautiful Selena. Yeah, LJ, I got you, man. I don't like Forbes, McDermott, and Jones on the floor at the same time. I really don't. That's a miss down the other end. Forbes with the ball, takes a quick three. Boink, no good. Rebound by Eric Bledsoe. Bledsoe bring it up, starts to take off into the paint. And Bledsoe back out to Paul George. George guarded by Keldon Johnson. Drives on Keldon into the paint. He'll pass it out. Reggie Jackson for three. Jackson gets the lead back to 10. So far, Brandon's World. So far. And I hope so, part-time Spurs fan. Obviously, I'm a Keldon Johnson supporter. I got that jersey before he was announced as a starter last season, before the Olympic team stuff, and paid off. Jakob with the jumper in the paint off the Forbes pass. No good. Bledsoe gets it out to Kennard. Kennard for three. Oh, boy. And timeout pop. Yeah, I don't like this lineup. I don't want to see McDermott, Forbes, and Jones on the floor at the same time again. It doesn't work. 22-year-old Keldon is better than 22-year-old Kawhi. What was Kawhi averaging offensively at 22? Wasn't he averaging like 15 a game? I don't remember. That is a Spurs future. Nate, I know you're trolling. Crisp, well, the first half isn't over yet. Let's not get carried away. Let's not. One thing Clippers fans can hold on to is the Spurs this year have constantly snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. No lead is Thad is not 40, he's 33. Yeah, I don't look. I'll call it pop on his rotations. I don't like this rotation. It was Jakob Poeltl, Keldon Johnson, but then we had Bryn Forbes, Trey Jones, and Doug McDermott. Two defensive liabilities and two undersized guards. I don't like that rotation. Kawhi was better, hands down, youngest player to win finals. Yeah, there is that. Oh, he's selling games and he hates. He seems like a good dude, but yeah, Nate, he's all the chatter about not wanting to be here, and I get it, and I respect the fact that he wants to play for a contender, but being vocal about it to the public and the press is not a good look. You got to keep that in-house. You got to talk to Pop. You got to talk to your teammates like, hey, I feel like I contribute. I want to play. And if Pop says, look, you're not going to get playing time because we're rebuilding, that's when you say to Pop, like, hey, I'd like to be traded if possible. But just being vocal about it is a bad look, and it's clearly something the Spurs aren't a fan of because since he started getting vocal about it, his minutes have been reduced and or he's not playing at all. I just joined. How did Xhaka? Leon. 3-point shot, threw down a dunk, and then another 3-pointer. So he's 2 of 2 from beyond the arc. Well, that's fair too. Kawhi Leonard was playing with Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, and Tim Duncan. So he very different time, different roster, etc. Kyle Cruz, bonjour, amigo. How are you doing? 12.8 at 22. 13-7 regular season, and average 15 in the playoffs, and one final. The finals MVP is the big thing. Vincent, go Spurs, go from Colombia. Good evening. There's my girl Jamie Maggio again. We are getting close to 100 thumbs up, my friends. Can we get to 100 of these before the half is over? Would appreciate it if you could help a brother out. Top 3-point field goal percentage. Luke Kennard, 45.7. Nicholas Batum at 45. 2 of the top 4 with a minimum of 5+ attempts per game. Which I don't think Keldon Johnson... Is Keldon averaging 5? No, he can't be. Yeah, that too, Patriots fan. I've said it. I think his trade. I said it in the video. His trade. My last recap. I said I think he's hurting his trade value. Landale is back in. Bryn Forbes with the runner in the paint. Hey, we got more Jacques Landale. Landale back in the game for the Spurs. DeJounte also back in as well. Forbes still in. I don't know if I'm a big fan of that, but it is what it is. Paul George pull-up jumper is no good. Kellen Johnson with the rebound. And DeJounte will bring it up for San Antonio. 4:45 to go. Spurs are in the bonus. And DeJounte is going to drive to the paint. Back out to Bryn. Bryn back to DeJounte. 10 on the shot clock. DeJounte is just going to throw up the baseline three, and it's good. And he throws it up over Ivica Zubac. 15. There we go. Spurs hit my man David Robinson's number. Pandemic P with the three. And it's 50-41. Saints went, yeah, dude, Jay Money. What the heck? I forgot how bad Tom Brady is against the Saints. Forbes takes off, pulls up for a J, and Spurs starting to hit their shots from everywhere. Edgar, what's going on? Yeah, Tom Brady versus the Saints. I did not expect the Bucs to get shut out last night. 9-0? What a weird, boring, low-scoring shocker. Pandemic P with another three from the baseline. We look like team out of. I think we look like Fruity Pebbles. DeJounte Murray almost turns the ball over, and now a huge collision, and Paul George just got knocked on his butt. And he is laying down, and he is getting back up. Offensive foul on the Spurs. Is that what it is, part-time Spurs fan? A friend of mine started calling him that, so it stuck with me. I know he's called Playoff P. DeJounte actually elbowed Paul George in the face. I don't think it was on purpose. I'd like to think it's not on purpose, but you're going to get called for the foul on that 9 times out of 10. Maybe 10 out of 10. So, yeah, that's a foul on the Spurs. George to Kennard. Kennard finds Zubac going back door. Zubac spinning around, gets blocked by Jacques Landale, and it's Spurs ball. Landale playing some defense, Spurs fans. DeJounte Murray looking to get it to Landale in the put. Nope, never mind. Throw a cross court to Devin Vassell. Back to Kellen Johnson. Johnson drives into the paint, throws up a layup, and it's good. KJ having a good game, been very efficient. What's he got? 9 points? I don't know. 11 points? I have no idea. George just pulls up for three, front rim, no good. DeJounte with the rebound. Spurs up by 10 with 3 minutes to go in the first half. Murray guarded by Reggie Jackson, calling for the pick and roll with Jacques Landale. Gets the pick, gets the roll, pulls up for the mid-range jumper, and it's no good. Paul George with the rebound. It is Clippers ball. Zubac in the paint and throws it up and in, looking for a foul, not going to get it. Nice pass to Zubac. Zubac with 8 points and 4 rebounds in the first half. DeJounte Murray bringing it up for San Antonio. 2:25 to go. Looking for a pick and roll with Kellen. Gets the pick. Gets the roll. DeJounte into the paint. Throws up a layup, and it gets rejected by Zubac. And it's knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Spurs ball at 5 on the shot clock. I'd like to think we know Kohler, Jester. Deep in the money, good evening. Will the Spurs win this game? I'm not going to guarantee a win. Blocked by Zubac. Let me see who it went off of after that. It went off George. This camera angle is terrible. I can't tell from that. Zubac with the block, no doubt about that. George hits the ball, and then DeJounte hits it, and then it hits George. It's off Paul George. Yeah, no doubt. So they're giving them Spurs a new 24? We have what? All right, I guess. DJ with 11, Kelvin 9. Thank you, Patriots fan. There you go, Zoogie, and that's what we need. Derek White with a quick pull-up three after an inbound pass. It's no good. I don't like that shot. Spurs get the offensive board. Kellen Johnson back to Devin Vassell. Vassell spins around, pulls up, and that one's no good. All right, 54-46, 2 minutes to go. PG-13, the man of many nicknames. Paul George, PG-13, playoff P, pandemic P, PP. George pulls up mid-range jumper, in and out burger. DeJounte Murray with the rebound. DeJounte will bring it up for San Antonio. Jakob Poeltl has checked back in for the Spurs. DeJounte into the paint. Gets it to Jakob. Jakob with the little layup. It's good. And one! More than likely, and none. But prove me wrong, Jakob. Phil, at least he's playing. I mean, Jakob Poeltl's still going to be the main guy, getting 30 to 35 minutes a game, but at least Jacques Landale is playing. Yes, I do, Ben. Yeah, I like this Clippers old logo. I'm sorry. I'm partial to the old logo. Wow, Kyle, that's a good stat. PP, yeah, I don't know. PP, like, when you, the yellow stuff. He missed a free throw. There's a shocker. Reggie Jackson, he's going to take off into the paint. And a reverse layup is no good. Trying to just create his own shot. Didn't work. DeJounte Murray will bring it up for the Spurs. Out to Devin Vassell for three. Back rim, no good. Long rebound goes right back to DeJounte. He takes a three. That one's good. Murray hitting a couple threes tonight, and it's 59-46. Spurs up by 13. Pure garbage. Oh, my gosh. That's just harsh. Wow. DeJounte looks saucy. Yeah, he did. Luke Kennard with the ball right now. Kennard drives and throws up the layup, and it's good, creating his own shot. Well, of course they're not the same without Kawhi. I mean, neither are we, the Spurs. Derek White out in three-point land. Spurs got all their starters for the most part out there, except for Doug McDermott. They got Devin out there, and that's a turnover for San Antonio. Paul George bringing it up the court. Nice, beautiful behind-the-back pass. The man kicks it out to Reggie Jackson for three, and that's no good. Totally wasted a absolutely beautiful Paul George pass. Murray just takes a really long three. Whoa! DeJounte Murray's feeling it. He just launches it. What do you mean reported? If you reported me on that, YouTube's going to laugh at you and be like, really? False reports can get you kicked off YouTube, so don't hit the report button unless it's real on any channel. Reggie Jackson gets it out to Kennard for three. Boink, no good. Devin Vassell with the rebound. 4, 3, 2, 1. Devin Vassell with the long three-pointer, and it's off the rim. No good, but the Spurs will go into the half with a 14-point lead, and DeJounte Murray on fire. Do I like Mike Glennon? Is the sky blue? Go Spurs, go. That was a good first half for the San Antonio Spurs. One of the better halves we've played. So that's definitely a good thing. Halftime. We'll pull up some stats here in just a moment. Very good first half. DeJounte Curry. We didn't get to 100 thumbs up. We're 3 away. Come on, man. Make it happen. 3 more of these. If you're a Spurs fan, we're up by 14, and we don't have 100 thumbs up. Spurs will tell me that they will not try in the second half. I don't know. Keep Landale in the game. They're trying. If the Spurs had if the Spurs knew why they were so inconsistent, then they wouldn't be. Spurs obviously outscored the Clippers in both quarters. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Clippers first. Paul George with 12, 5 on 5. So PG on his way to possibly getting a triple-double. And he has 2 steals, so Paul George playing very well. Terrence Mann with only 3. Ivica Zubac with 8. Luke Kennard with 5, and Reggie Jackson for 10. Off the bench for the Clippers, not a lot going on. Eric Bledsoe, actually a nice line of 4, 4, and 3. Ibaka with 1. Nicholas Batum has 3, and Brandon Boston Jr. 2, and then Justice Winslow played. I didn't realize he was out there. He scored 0. Street clothes day. Oh, Anthony Davis is out for like a month, I think. What's up, Suture Bros? Thank you for stopping in. Yes, he is, Leon. He is. And Phil, I mentioned in my recap, Sacramento would have beaten anybody the way they were shooting. That was just, or no, wait, which game are we talking about? Last night. Oh, and I was thinking of, wait, I'm getting my games confused. Yeah, that's right. Buddy Hield was going nuts. All right, I got confused. For the Spurs, Kellen Johnson with 9 and 7. Doug McDermott with 7. Jakob Poeltl with 7 and 8. DeJounte Murray with 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists on 7-11 shooting, plus 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. DeJounte on his way to another triple-double. And if DeJounte Murray gets his triple-double, it's all good, Julian Perez. It's your boy Rico. Good evening. If DeJounte Murray gets another triple-double tonight, he'll have the Spurs record for most triple-doubles in Spurs history in a season. What can I say? Derek White, slow start, 4 points on 1 of 6 shooting. 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. Why can't Derek hit his threes anymore? Like, he's just worse than me at threes. Not saying something. Pop with a 10-man rotation. Lonnie Walker with 6. Devin Vassell with a donut. Devin Vassell having a rough night offensively. 0 for 6 from the field. He's got 5 rebounds, but man, Devin's usually better than that. Jacques Lindell, 8 points in 9 minutes. 3 of 4 from the field. He had a block shot and 2 of 2 from beyond the arc. Trey Jones with 0 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And Bryn Forbes with 4 points. That's the first half stats for the Spurs and the Clippers. DJ is better than David Robinson. Do you want to get timed out on my channel? Do you not see the jersey behind me? And as much as I like DeJounte Murray, David Robinson is a former MVP, former scoring champion, Rookie of the Year, 2 NBA Finals championships. Yes, I know Tim Duncan had a lot to do with that, but I don't think well, you're a part-time Spurs fan. That's true. I think most full-time Spurs fans would say David Robinson greater than DeJounte Murray. No disrespect to DeJounte. That's right. Damian Jones went off for 23 last night. That's a good point. Not to mention, my man scored 71 points in a game. 71! That's pretty exclusive company. But I hope DJ keeps it up. And I hope DeJounte plays well enough and gets recognition from the NBA this season and makes his first All-Star game. I don't think it'll happen because of where he plays, but I would love to see it happen. Devin's just having an off night, Ozzy. He's just having an off night. Hopefully he'll turn around the second half. Shots just aren't going in. Did you see the energy from when they all took a 3? Somebody had their hands up before it went in. Did they? Oh, was the team really going nuts when he made the 3? I didn't catch that. DeJounte is a better point guard than David Robinson. Well, I can't argue that, Phil. I can't argue that. He scored, actually, Velo. He just happened to score 71 points against the team that's playing right now, the Los Angeles Clippers. Tim Duncan greater than Manu. Manu greater than Robinson. Robinson greater. I would not say Manu greater than Robinson. I would put it Duncan, Robinson, Gervin, and then Manu and Tony. Yeah, tied. They're like 1A, 1B. I can't. I mean, yeah. For those of you, for newer Spurs fans, I want to point out David Robinson's best season in the NBA. I just think, just consider this stat line just for a moment, if you will. In 93, 94, Robinson for the Spurs averaged 29.8 points a game, 10.7 rebounds, 4.8 assists, 1.7 steals, and 3.3 blocks. I believe he was just top 20 NBA in 4 of those statistical categories. That is absolutely ridiculous. That he was doing everything. He was scoring, he was rebounding, he was passing. I mean, almost 5 assists for a center back then was a lot. Not to mention blocking shots and stealing the ball from the other team. It was a sight to behold, but unfortunately just didn't have the supporting cast. Quite frankly, he didn't have the head coaches either. He never had the benefit of having a great stability at head coach until Pop came along. By then, he was on the wrong side of 30. 6 a.m. Oh my gosh, it's 11:37 p.m. where I am. Some of these comparisons are funny, but just like Rich and Selena Gomez are better singers than David Robinson and DJ. I mean, I am a musician. Some of you have heard me sing. Most of you have not. David Robinson, David Robinson is the last player to get a quadruple double. Is he not in the NBA? I believe. Yeah, I'm used to it, Kohler Jester. There's a lot of disrespect to the Admiral regularly on my streams. I don't get it. Fans will look at when he got owned by Akeem in that one playoff series, but Akeem owned everybody that season. He was on another level. Big 3 great careers if they had went to other teams. I don't know. I doubt it. They just worked together so well. Yes, I mean, that's a good point. Defensive-minded centers. I mean, Robinson played with Hakeem Olajuwon, Patrick Ewing, Dikembe Mutombo, Shaquille O'Neal, which apparently they had a beef for a while, Alonzo Mourning. I mean, that was the big man era. And we have great big men today like Giannis Antetokounmpo, Nikola Jokic, but it's a different It's a completely different type of NBA with big men. Big men now are expected to, be able to shoot the three. And I like Jacques Landale, but would Jacques have been able to play in the 90s against the guys I just mentioned? He probably would hit some threes, definitely, but I think he would have got owned in the paint. And if he tried scoring in the paint, he probably would have been in for a rude awakening. But who knows? To a quint, was he? John Lou, go Spurs, go. My Timberwolves have half their team out. Oh, Chase, I'm sorry. LJ, I agree. I thought he could do it all too. It's just didn't have the surrounding cast early in his career. And I liked Sean Elliott. I liked Rod Strickland, Willie Anderson, Terry Cummings, those guys, Avery Johnson. But he had Rodman for 2 years, which most of that time he was more of a headache than helping because of his antics. Then he was just injured twice, and that worked out in 96, 97. He had a back injury, and then he broke his foot, and they sat him for the rest of the season. We drafted Tim Duncan. The rest is history. I mean, Duncan Duncan is a great player, don't get me wrong. But you look at Duncan's entire career, he's got one head coach, one of the greatest head coaches of all time, in Greg Popovich. And then he's got phenomenal running mates. He's got David Robinson for a portion, and then he gets transitioned into the big three with Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili. And in the back end of his career, he's got Kawhi Leonard. So, I mean, that helps too. Don't get me wrong, Duncan, great player, one of the greatest power forwards of all time. Some would say the greatest power forward of all time, but having that surrounding cast, I mean, Michael Jordan's a great example. Michael Jordan is the GOAT, in my opinion. But he needed his Robin. He was Batman, he needed his Robin. And as soon as Scottie Pippen became one of the best defensive players in the NBA and a great scorer himself, poof, here come the 90s, and every championship team I felt has had, two legit all-stars. Because you look at even like the Raptors. I mean, you had Kyle Lowry and Kawhi Leonard. And you look at the Lakers with Anthony Davis and LeBron James. Last year you could say, well, only Giannis. I'm like, no, Giannis and Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton would be the Robin in that situation. Every Batman-led team has that second guy that's, can get it done. Rip Hamilton over Bruce Bowen. That's an interesting one. I missed the big. The 90s was my favorite era of basketball, Phil. I've mentioned it on the channel before. Even though Jordan dominated that era, it was just the three-point game is. I'm not a huge fan of just launching 40 or 50 threes a game or whatever it is. That's just I do. When there was a three back then, it was I felt more special when you had great three-point shooters like Reggie Miller. You didn't have every guy launching threes. I pray whoever sees this should be successful in life. God is a plan for you. Thank you, P9. I'm openly Christian on the channel, and I kind of leave it at that. I do Christian music here and there on my music channel. My music channel's added one more element. I put a community post up today. Some of the parodies I've done, I'm like, TSR music, anything I've done musically can put up there, and I'm going to start putting up my inner Weird Al Yankovic moments I've had in my life up on there. And I've got some live music up there and there where I play guitar, and there was a female from my church that sang that did a great job. So there's a little bit of very lot of variety getting there on TSR Music. And I've told you guys before, and I do mean it, I would love to see that channel have a viral video first and have that channel blow up before this one, because music, while I love sports, music has been my passion since I was, this big. Exactly, Patriots fan. Rich with the Raptors title, who was Kawhi's Robin? Wasn't Kyle Lowry there? Wasn't Lowry on the Raptors? Lowry was, correct me if I'm wrong, I thought Lowry was on the Raptors at that time. Am I getting my rosters confused? No, Kyle Lowry was there, and he had made 6 All-Stars in a row, and he was an All-Star that year. I mean, yeah, Kyle Lowry would have been the Robin that year, and you had an up-and-coming Pascal Siakam too. Deep in the money. What's going on? Thank you for stopping in. Thank you, appreciate that. AdSense, I don't do this for money. The money's a bonus. If I really did this for money, you could tell channels that do it for money. A lot of the channels I subscribe to now, they do that ad thing at the beginning, and they're promoting ads and Patreon and just da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and it's like the first 4 or 5 minutes of their videos now are just all promotion. I'm like, I can literally, I love the Command Zone. it's a Magic the Gathering channel, but the first 4 minutes plus are always promotion stuff, and use this code to da da da, and I'm just fine. I'm just like, the only thing I'll ask for is a thumbs up. If people want to support the channel, that's great. I will never ask for money on the channel because I have a job. That's the reason I have a job, is to pay my bills. This is just for fun, and any extra scratch goes towards, either the channel. I bought this computer with, money from the channel, the light that's right here, the camera that's right here, probably this towel, this hat, that jersey. I mean, there you go. Ibaka was there too. Kyle, that is not going to happen. Ever. Threes are currently seen as optimal, much like James Harden in his shooting. Also, I just remember David did not get close to Quentin yet. Oh, okay. That's definitely not close. By the way, since it's Christmas this week, I gotta have my man join me on stream for a little bit during halftime. Happy holidays, everybody. Yeah, that just happened. Being either a Rip Hamilton rotation, Prince type player. I hope he turns into a two-way player. I don't want to say the next Kawhi Leonard. I don't like comparing players. I want him to be the first Devin Vassell, not the next Kawhi Leonard. But if he can be a 15 to 20 points per game type guy and 2.5 to 3 steals, and be a legit, we talked about him being a 3D player, but he's shown an inside game, being able to create his own shot in the paint, and also, throw down a dunk or two. What's up? I can't read that, but the folk from Columbia, thank you for stopping in. Are we going to trade for Jeremiah Grant or Ben? Dude, if Ben Simmons goes to the Lakers, there's a thing also about team chemistry. You can only have so many guys. I hope not. I can't stand the Lakers and their super team stuff they're doing this year. I really can't. I don't like disliking any teams, but man, seriously, Carmelo Anthony, Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Dwight Howard, I believe, is still there. That's 5 former All-Stars. I mean, that's like a modern-day Hall of Fame team. The only saving grace is a lot of them are past their prime. Did the Admiral ever make... Oh, yeah, Sarah, yeah. David Robinson definitely made a 3. In the 71-point game, I think he made 2 threes. Kawhi left, he's still... Huh? Jerry, I mean, I respect that. I don't hate Kawhi. I don't like the last season he was with the Spurs. But you know what? I just, I don't want to hold on to any negativity. It is what it is. It happened. It obviously worked out good for him. And my favorite current Spur is on the Spurs because of that trade. People forget that in that trade we got Jakob Poeltl, DeMar DeRozan, and the 29th overall pick, which we used to draft Keldon Johnson. It's Clippers ball to start off, and a nice coast-to-coast layup by Terrence Mann. And the Clippers now have my man David Robinson's number. All right, let me get focused on the game. Jakob Poeltl out in three-point land. Drops it off to Derek White. White with the pick and roll. Back to Jakob Poeltl. Jakob trying to force it into Keldon Johnson into the paint, and it's going to be knocked out of play and off Keldon. I think he forced that just a little bit. The Nets have the super team, and the Nets are bringing Kyrie back. Kyrie, I don't know how it's going to work out in the playoffs. Whatever. Russ, LB, yeah, I know. Kyle, that... How can they afford that in the salary cap? That doesn't seem plausible. I don't know. Why is Terrence Mann starting off the second half, by the way? That's totally throwing me off. Didn't he come off the bench in the first half? Anyway, after the miss, it is Spurs ball. I'm totally confused by that. Derek White one-on-one with Zubac. Drives into the paint. Out to DeJounte. He'll take a 3. And DeJounte misses his first 3. It's going to be knocked out of bounds, and it will be off Paul George, maybe? It'll be Spurs ball. Wake up, we sleeping off the... We did get Luka Samanic in that draft, and he's no longer a Spur. And I was looking away off of the shot. I didn't see who made that 2-pointer, but 64-50, Spurs up by 14. And now Derek White is going to get called for fouling Paul George. LeBron just stacking the deck like he does. To me, it comes off as desperate. Like he's now just desperate to win a championship, and he's just trying to stack his team to no end. And I hope it backfires. I actually am rooting against the Lakers. LJS, what's going on from Idaho? Go Spurs, go. Lonnie's been good in the last 5 games. A little quiet. Actually, no, what do you have, 8 or 9 points? 10 points? I have no idea how many. 6 points? Paul George pull-up jumper over Derek White is good. 64-52. 10.5 minutes to go in the third. Was man in the starting lineup? Gosh, I don't even remember. All right. Doug McDermott gets it to Jakob Proto. Jakob in the post. Gets it back out to Derek White. Derek back to Jakob Proto. Jakob with a bit of a Euro step. Gets blocked by Zubac. No, no, no. Oh my gosh, it's almost midnight here. Hey, Kevin Durant's in the chat. Kevin Durant, thank you for stopping in. Future Hall of Famer, NBA champion Kevin Durant. Paul George, baseline threes, no good. DeJounte Murray with the rebound. Kevin, thank you for stopping here. Nice bacon. But I like to see. And now a foul down the other end as Jakob Poeltl is fouled. But I don't have a big problem with big market teams, but I don't like LeBron had the thing in Miami with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. Then he's doing it in LA. I'm like, man, just stay. If LeBron stayed his whole career in Cleveland and built something there, and was 4-6 in the finals, I'd have much more respect for him than his 4-6 super team final record. Jakob Poeltl with a little jumper in the paint is good. Yeah, absolutely, Richard. Exactly, Kyle. He seems desperate to win a ring. Very desperate, and I don't think it's a good look. Reggie Jackson drives into the paint, throws up a crazy reverse layup, no good. Keldon with the rebound. DeJounte brings it up for the San Antonio Spurs, drives into the paint, out to a wide open Doug McDermott for three, and it's good. And the Spurs had the channel number. A little 6 to the 9 for you. No, he's not McDormand when he makes him. Although he is holding his elbow. I'm not sure what's going on there. That guy's just always beat up, feels like this year. There, Dougie McBuckets when he makes the three. In fact, as we're at commercial break, let's go with a little Go Spurs Go! Brian, what's going on? The Clippers logo, thank you for stopping in. And somebody being realistic. There was somebody in here earlier, I was like, Spurs suck, the Clippers are better. I was like, yeah, this year, but I think they were talking like all time. I'm like, all time? How can you compare a team that I don't think the Clippers have won a championship to a team that's won multiple? It's not a fair. I don't know. What does Selena think of the score? I don't know. What do you think, Selena? I guess she's thinking it. Yeah, when he said he was the GOAT too, alluded when he said when Golden State lost to when Cleveland beat Golden State, he's like that right there makes him the GOAT. I'm like, GOATs don't say they're the GOATs unless you're Muhammad Ali. That was part of his trash talking thing, but your peers say you're the GOAT, not you. Right, Leon? It's nice. Dougie McBrickets. Team chemistry looks good, Ramon. The only pet peeve I have with tonight's rotation is when Pop had Bryn Forbes, Doug McDermott, and Trey Jones on the floor at the same time. I don't like that. I don't think that looked good. Angelo, it's up from the Philippines. All the time we have a winning percentage against the whole squad. Yeah, the whole league. Absolutely. I ain't got no problem with Clippers fans just as long as they ain't acting like Patrick Beverly. Yeah, I agree. Patrick Beverly's a bit of a thug in the NBA. Even Kobe was going to leave Chicago without a super team if Shaq stayed in LA in 2004. Wait, Kobe was going to leave LA? Nos Corinthians 2022. What's up? Got the Spurs in the up. Spurs up by 17. I just realized we're up by 17. Now it's still early. Anything can happen. We know this. The Spurs generally like to snatch victory from or defeat from the jaws of or snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. You'll show the Spurs on national TV with the NBA post. Nope. No, I do not. Because it's a 10:30 game against the Lakers. I seriously doubt we'll be on TV. Between LBJ and Tom Brady, Tom Brady's never both. There you go. That's a great example. Tom Brady just goes out and wins. Completely different persona. And LeBron does have a lot of detractors. Now, I'm not going to get into too many details because I don't like to go into politics, but LeBron gets on the Twitters a lot with things that are happening, and maybe you should wait a little bit before giving his opinion on things because it's definitely pushed some fans away, unfortunately. It is what it is. Let's focus on the game at hand, though. Clippers and Spurs. Paul George with the ball. Alley-oop to Zubac. And Zubac with a two-handed don't fake the funk on the nasty dunk. Jacques Landale, 8 points, 9 minutes. Exactly. DeJounte back out to Derek White for three. No good. I think Derek just needs to stop shooting threes. Paul George into the paint, throws it up, no good. Fouled, going to go to the line for two. Foul on Jakob Poeltl. 8:51 to go in the third quarter. It is hard watching Derek White shoot threes. He's 0 for 4 tonight. He's 28% for the year. It's like watching Russell Westbrook shoot threes. Didn't Russell Westbrook shoot like 25% for the year from beyond the arc one year, and he took a ton of them? I did not know that color gesture. I forgot that. Kobe was going to leave. I'm glad he didn't. I'm glad Kobe Bryant spent his whole career with the Lakers. I like seeing a player start their career with one team and finish their career with one team, like David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili. Unfortunately, we can't say that about Tony Parker. Damn it. George, 15, 5, and 6 plus 2 steals. He had missed the last 5 games. He is back, and he will rattle around the second free throw. 69-56. Yeah, I'm glad. Imagine if Tim... I don't even want to think about that. I would hate Tom Brady if not for fantasy football. But I'm a Giants fan, so, I mean, we gave it to him, Joyce. DeJounte with the ball drives to the paint. Runs out of the paint. Turnaround, spin around Jay is no good. Keldon Johnson with the board. Back out to Derek White. White. Pull-up jumper is good. Keldon was wide open for 3 on the baseline. Didn't even see him. 71-56. You think Derek's thinking too much when he takes the 3? Could be. Paul George takes a 3. That is no good. And DeJounte with the rebound will bring it up the court. Gets it out to Derek White. White drives into the paint. Throws it up high off the glass. It's good and 1. And I'd rather see Derek do that than launch the 3s because he's lethal in the paint. Thank you, Diego. Sometimes it's good to just have some Popeyes red beans and rice. I am kind of hungry. It is almost midnight where I am. Closing in on midnight. Yay. Might be later where some of you are. Probably earlier where some of you are as well. White, 8 points tonight. His Seaman average is 14, so having a bit of an off night. And just his three-point shooting, for whatever reason, just way off. But he's been very good from the free throw line. I think he's got his season average up to like 86 or 87%. Well, I'm glad you're happy, Arco3. I feel good. You heard the... That's all right, John. It's all right if you hear the whistle, as long as you can't hear anything else. George with an alley-oop to Zubac, and offensive foul on Zubac. Wait, is Selena not any good anymore? Not looking good? I mean, everybody ages. She's, what, 30 now? I mean, I'm sure she looked very different when she was 20. I looked very different when I was 20. Not really, though. That's crazy. I haven't aged much in, really. Jakob with the jumper in the paint, and that's good. And the Spurs up by 20! I love hearing the whistle. What's up, Riss? Thank you for stopping in from the Philippines. How about our Spurs tonight? Garbage time might mean more Jacques Landale. Luke Kennard pull-up jumper. And this is a Spurs coming off a back-to-back, which usually we're not too sharp, but we look good tonight. We did not look good against the Kings. DeJounte, a couple crossover dribbles, throws it up high off the glass, bounces around, not good. Jakob Poeltl with the rebound. Back to DeJounte, baseline 3. Is no good. Keldon was calling for it to go in. Didn't work, Keldon. You don't have the force. Not that force. Anyway, Eric Bledsoe in the game. Captain Headman gets it out to Luke Kennard. Kennard back to Paul George. PG-13 to Zubac, and a bad pass, and DeJounte Murray on the fast break gets fouled by Luke Kennard. 76-56. This is... I don't know what to say. I know what to say. Go Spurs, go! Doug is, yes, Phil. Doug is very hot and cold. Lonnie should be using the Force. He is Skywalker. If you only knew the power of the dark side. Devin Vassell has checked in for Dougie McDormand. Keldon Johnson with the ball. Pick and roll with Jakob Poeltl. Takes off. Throws it up off the glass. And it's no good. Back to Derek White. He's open for 3. And the 3's no good. He's 0 for 5 from the arc. You'd think one would just fall in by accident. Terrence Mann to Kennard. Kennard to Zubac with the jumper, and the jumper is going to bounce around and go in. I wish, yeah, that's my one knock on Jakob Poeltl. He not only is his free throw shooting bad, but offensively he does seem soft sometimes, and it drives me crazy because I know he can dunk. I see him do it. Derek White now with the turnover. Oof, Derek having a really up and down game. Very up and down. Oh, Reggie Jackson into the paint and just falls down. Slipped on something. Or that's not Reggie Jackson. I'm sorry. Eric Bledsoe into the paint. The headband threw me off. Bledsoe in the paint falls down. I don't think it's a foul. This will probably be a jump ball. He just slipped on the paint. There wasn't anything the Spurs did. He just literally whoop, 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 whoop. All right, deep in the money. Have a good one. If I don't see you again, happy holidays to everybody. I will be calling the Lakers, who are struggling right now without Anthony Davis, and that should help the Spurs. My last game of the week will be Wednesday night, another 10:30 p.m. Eastern affair. Oh, boy. Yes, DJ's definitely in line for another triple-double, which will set the Spurs record for triple-doubles in a season. So props to him. Right, Edgar? I want his three-point shot back, and we easily win the jump ball. I mean, Jakob is way taller than Eric Bledsoe. Jonathan Murray with the ball right now. Gets into the paint. Out to Keldon Johnson. Johnson takes off into the paint. Throws up a layup, and another miss by Keldon. And a foul on Jakob Poeltl. What's happened to Chump? Don't follow the clubs, but notice no one talks. Who? Who's Kachump? Oh, Kawhi? He's hurt. Kawhi Leonard's hurt. He hasn't played a game yet this year. I was like, Kachump. I'm assuming you're talking about Kawhi Leonard. Zubac with the ball right now. We'll drop it off to PG-13. PG-13 into the paint. They're just going around the world. Bledsoe. Now to Kennard. Kennard for three, no good. A fight for the board. It's going to be knocked out of play by the Spurs. It's going to stay with the Clippers. Right, Phil? It wasn't like that in the 90s. Man, you would not see Reggie Miller or any of the Indiana Pacers hugging the Knicks after the game, or the Bulls and Knicks, or the Bulls and Pacers. Man, that threesome there, that three-headed monster, Bulls, Pacers, Knicks, they legit did not like each other. The bad boy Detroit Pistons. Keldon Johnson almost with a steal. He ends up throwing it to one of the Clippers players, and now we're going to have a whistle again. Jacques Landale is back in the game, by the way. Oh, yeah, Kawhi's definitely injury prone. Rich, welcome again. I think I said hi earlier, but hello if you didn't hear me. I think Zach Collins will be our power forward when he comes back, primarily off the bench until he gets his cardiovascular endurance up and going, and just back into the swing of things because he's been out for so long. Or you could even see a little time in the G League just to get going. Eric Bledsoe with the ball right now over to Paul George. Paul George drives on Devin Vassell, throws up he throws it out actually to, all right, now they're just moving the ball everywhere. Kennard now with the ball. Kennard gets it to Bledsoe. Bledsoe goes baseline and throws up a very difficult layup, no good. Zubac with the putback, no good, and Jacques Landale with the rebound. Gets it to DeJounte Murray. Murray sprints up the court, gets it to KJ. KJ wide open for three, and it is good! Keldon Johnson, our three-point specialist. My man hitting his number. Keldon has been the best three-point shooter in the NBA the last few weeks. Trades, Thaddeus Young maybe for a second-round pick, but all his talking, I think, is hurting his trade value. Keldon Johnson. You know, Kyle, I remember that year, and I thought he would be the starter for Tampa Bay the next year, but yeah, that didn't happen. Keldon McBuckets. Keldon McJohnsons. I don't know about that one. Big Body is right. He has been so good from three-point land. You look at Keldon's career, it's kind of weird. His rookie year, limited capacity, he shot 59% from beyond the arc. 59%, I believe it was, or maybe it was 58. It was high, whatever it was. His second year, his sophomore year, came down to earth, shot 33%, which isn't great, not bad, average, maybe actually slight below the NBA average. Then this year, he started 14% from beyond the arc. Abysmal. Worst three-point shooter on our team for a guy that actually shoots threes. And then since that 10th game, that's just been on fire, and now he's up to, 46% for the season? If we include tonight, he could finish the year, if he stays like this, could finish the year top 3 NBA three-point shooter, which we need three-point shooting on this first team. Keldon McCurry, there you go. I don't want Ben Simmons. Why are the Giants still deciding between Fromm and Glenn and Kyle? What? Do they expect a different result if Glennon goes out there? The dude is 6-24 lifetime as a starter. He stinks. Just give me Jake Fromm. What's really going to happen? Yeah, Luda, I got you, but it's in the past now. We just got to I get it. I get it. He's been definitely working with Chip on his shooting. His 3-point shooting has been spot on. His free throw shooting is still suspect. I can't believe he's still under 70% for the year. Miles Turner to the Spurs. I don't see us making a trade for him. Some people wanted Sabonis. I really don't see that happening. I don't. I think the only players we'll trade is Thaddeus Young's my first Spur to get. I think he's most likely to go. I could see maybe Brent Forbes going to a contender, and then maybe Drew Eubanks in a package. I don't really think we're going to make any moves. We don't trade. I'm here because I need Kellen to get 2 more points, rebounds, and assists, please, KJ. I need to get 2 more of each. The assist might be a tough one. Sabonis for Thad, Drew, and a first-round pick. Isn't Sabonis' defense really bad, though? I don't feel like that fits what we're trying to do. But Sabonis, he'd be at least a bigger body out there than McDermott. No plans, L90, for Christmas. Actually, with the 3 days off, I'm either going to work on a documentary, either the Kawhi Leonard documentary. I thought about doing the fall of the New York Giants because they've fallen and can't seem to get up. It is Clippers ball, by the way. Or I'm going to I'll probably actually work on my music channel. PG-13 kicks out to Eric Bledsoe for a baseline 3, no good. And the Spurs looking to hopefully make this a blowout. I don't like blowouts, but I'll take a blowout tonight after last night's loss. DeJounte with a jumper in the paint, no good. A fight for the board, and Bledsoe will come away with it. And now DeJounte fouls Eric Bledsoe hard. Maybe a little frustration foul there, DeJounte? We're getting Gobert and Mitchell. Who we? The Spurs? Oh, just total of those 2 of any. Okay. DeMar DeRozan's never coming back here. Oh, he's playing the 5? Oh, I wouldn't want Sabonis. No, I'm fine with Yak and Jock doing that right now. Kennard to Paul George. Paul George guarded by Lonnie Walker. George going to drive, and he gets fouled as Jock Landale gets called for the reach around. Your Twitter document will be the only time I give you a thumbs up. Really, Phil? So if I work really hard on the fall of Kawhi Leonard, and you would actually thumbs down it because you don't like Kawhi, forget the fact that I'll probably put hours of my life into that thing trying to make a quality video for you all. That's disappointing me here. George at the line for 2. First one's good. Triple double for DJ? Okay. I had a feeling you're trolling me, my man. They only have 5 seconds on the clock, now they have 14. Yeah. Paul George at the line, though. Second free throw on the way. It's amazing how quiet the Warriors are kicking the... Right? I didn't realize the Golden State Warriors were going to be that good. I don't think anybody did. The rise and fall of the clock... Right? I mean, he hasn't accomplished it. I thought for sure the Clippers would win a championship with Kawhi Leonard. It doesn't look like that might happen now. I'm honestly shocked. Derek White. Out to Lonnie Walker. Walker going to start to drive, spins around, back to Keldon Johnson. Johnson takes off into the paint. KJ free throw line jumper is no good. And it is Clippers ball. 3:50 to go. 79-60 Spurs up by 19. Quick pull-up 3 is no good. Who was that just pulled up that 3? That was Brandon Boston Jr. All these headbands are messing me up with the Clippers. Headband power. It's past midnight where I am. That's why I'm starting to feel a little sleepy. Okay. White, guarded by Kennard. 8 on the shot clock. Starts to take off. Spins around. Pull-up J is good. Nice shot by Derek White. Do we have the most backup quarterbacks in the league? I've heard Kawhi could retire. Inconsistent goes up and down. We're like a yo-yo. Not a wheel, a yo-yo. We're up and down. Paul George pulls up for 3. No good. He had a one-on-one with Jacques Landale and decided to take the 3. I think he should just win at Jacques Landale. Lonnie Walker pulls up for 3. And that's going to go over the backboard. And it comes back and hits the rim. But it's going to be Clippers ball. White is fire inside the arc. Outside the arc, Derek White, not so good. Well, Charles, he was Kawhi Leonard with this first year with the Raptors. Since coming to LA, his defense has definitely gone down. And he's focused more on his offense. He was a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year with the Spurs. I don't think he's sniffed a Defensive Player of the Year with award since leaving. It is Clippers ball. Under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Oh, my eyeballs are getting tired. Boston will get it into... Is that Ibaka in the game now? Yep, Ibaka working on Jakob Pertl. Ibaka with the hook, and it's no good. Devasel at the rebound, so Jacques Lindale out, Jakob Pertl back in. Vassell, White, Forbes, Walker. Jakob in the paint throws up a reverse layup, and it's good, and it's a 23-point lead, the biggest lead of the game. Turtle power. I froze? Yeah, I'm moving. Kyle, I don't know what's going to happen with Saquon Barkley. He is, when healthy, a top 3 running back in the NFL. He's been healthy 1 season. Sprained ankle his 2nd season, torn ACL his 3rd season, sprained ankle this year in his 4th year. I think he's signed for his 5th year. If he's hurt again next season, I don't think he comes back. That shot's no good. Actually, might have had a foul on the Clippers. It's Spurs ball. So maybe an offensive foul or travel. I didn't see what happened. I was looking at the chat. My apologies. Runner in the paint by Devin Vassell. Devin finally makes, I believe, his first bucket. 25-point lead. Rudy Gobert, 23 points tonight, 15 of 16 from the line, and 21 boards. It is Clippers ball down by 1,000,000. Terrence Mann, reverse jumper is good. 85-62. You think it's Wade, Lucas? I absolutely, Saquon Barkley is honestly the first player I've watched play since Barry Sanders retired that reminds me of Barry Sanders. Devin Vassell to the paint with a layup off the Jakob pass. But he can't stay healthy. And if you can't stay healthy, you're no good to your team. Tough layup by Eric Bledsoe and 1 as he drives into the paint. Lonnie called for the foul. Jakob is our best player. He's our best center right now. Realistically, who would be your perfect quarterback for your Giants right now? Charles, there's been talk about maybe Russell Wilson coming to the New York Giants. And I like Daniel Jones. He can't stay healthy either. He's been hurt every year he's been in the league. And you can blame the players around him, the coaches around him. He's not shown any really progression since his rookie season. I almost feel like this team needs to hit the reset button. Jakob Pertl with the ball right now. Out to Bryn Forbes. 10 on the shot clock. Bryn's going to take off and then just launches a 3. Bryn Forbes for 3. 90-65. That's true. You might be right, Don. Pop's got to be close to retirement. And a block of Pertl on Terrence Mann. His man got loose trying to go back door. Lonnie brings it up for the Spurs. Finds an open Bryn Forbes for 3. And it's no good. Derek White with the offensive board. 45 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Spurs up by 25. White with the runner, and it's good. Spurs now with their biggest lead at 27. 92-65, 35 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. This is weird. Where was this last night? Eric Bledsoe putting on a dribbling clinic, drives, passes it out to Ibaka. Ibaka with the hook, no good. Fight for the board, and it'll finally fall to the hands of Jakob Pertl, and the Spurs can hold for the last shot to extend their lead even more. This is weird. I did not expect the Spurs to play this well after what they showed us last night and on a back-to-back. I hope we play the Lakers like this Wednesday night. White with the ball. And we're going to have an offensive foul on Jakob Pertl, I think. 4 seconds left. Hate how stuck on Forbes we are. It is what it is. We did struggle with Jakob gone. But you got to remember, Bobby, we were trotting out Drew Eubanks and Thaddeus Young at center. And the end of the quarter 3 by Nicholas Batum is no good. A 27-point lead going into the 4th quarter for the San Antonio Spurs. They're out in the first round if they don't have Kawhi Leonard. There's no doubt in my mind on that one. Yeah, alluded, I think Forbes is getting less than $5 million, so it is actually, he is a steal right now. I mean, let's be honest. CB, good evening. What's going on? I always wanted a matchup between these two when Kawhi is healthy or in the lineup, stay in the playoffs, but I don't think that'll ever happen if the clock can sit. I hope he doesn't retire. He's a good player. He's obviously still a very good player, but, injuries. I mean, look at Andrew Luck. I keep forgetting Andrew Luck was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and then he started getting dinged up, and then he was gone before we knew it. Can we get some thumbs up for the Spurs being up by this many? How we not have 150 or 175 thumbs up? Spurs fans, our team is killing it here. We should be happy. And show your happiness with some thumbs up. All right, that's enough of that. Rose City, good evening. Uh, I don't want Deshaun Watson. Too much legal issue, Kyle. I think 2R should retire Kawhi's jersey. Without them there, there's no ring. It'd be weird retiring a player with only one season there. Joe, no worries, man. No worries at all. Deliza, I think that's not getting minutes because he's talked about how he's unhappy and essentially, without saying it, doesn't want to be in San Antonio and wants to play for a contender. I get that, but he's being vocal with it, and that's not the Spurs way. So that's why he's not going to probably get any minutes at all unless it's like garbage time. And even then, he might not get any minutes. Oh, yes, we are doing good. Thank you, Nate and Eli. Thank you for a thumbs up. Yeah, Don, I think Derek is 0 for 5 from beyond the arc. I don't get it. I really don't. Collins at power forward, Jakob at center. I think that could happen at some point next year. It's the jerseys. Why do they call Kawhi Leonard the best two-way player? Everybody else is too busy flexing. I mean, he's not the best two-way player. Now, he was a great two-way player when he was with the San Antonio Spurs. He was a two-time Defensive Player of the Year, and I think one of those years he averaged 25 points per game. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be very wrong on that. And since he left San Antonio, he has not been the same defensive player. He's definitely focused more on offense. When I think great two-way players, my man David Robinson was a great two-way player. Tim Duncan was a great two-way player for the Spurs. Michael Jordan. People don't realize Michael Jordan was a Defensive Player of the Year. He was a great two-way player as well as Scottie Pippen. I mean, yeah. Spurs will start it off with the fourth quarter. Oh my goodness. We got the whole starting lineup. Not the whole starting lineup. Is Jakob Pearl gets loose and throws down a thunder dunk of justice. Finally, Jakob, dunk the damn ball. Nice give and go, Jakob. I didn't see who that pass was from. I'm sorry, but Jakob threw it down with two hands, proving to us that he can dunk. Boston pull-up jumper is good. More than a feeling, more than... Simmons is not coming to the Spurs. He's not. Not a chance. Forbes pull-up jumper, front rim, no good. Boston with the rebound. Yeah, I got permission to jump. Jared, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in, my man. The Giants still stink. Man into the paint, tries to throw up a layup. Jakob fouls him, and Jakob's got to be getting close to foul trouble, I would think. I feel like he's been getting called whistles a lot. Defensive player or three-point shooter required since he left. Yeah. Yes, Jared. I love all of you. Should draft Malik Willis or Bryce Young. I don't really know. The North always remembers. There you go, Jax. I think we're going to have 2 first-round picks in the top 5 of this year's draft, which is ridiculous because we get the Bears pick, and the Bears aren't good. I don't know if they're going to draft. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know. Do they draft a quarterback if they feel like DJ is no longer the guy? Do they give him one more year? Both free throws good. I need to focus on the game. Even though it's a blowout, I need to focus on the game. My apologies, friends. Getting a little unfocused because it's late and I'm tired, but also it's been a blowout city. McDermott back in the game, gets it over to Derek White. White fakes the 3, takes off into the paint, back out to Bryn Forbes. Forbes takes off into the paint, pull up, back to Derek White. White with the reverse layup, and it's good. All right, a lot of passing, good ball movement as the scores are now reversed, 96-69. It is Clippers ball. Boston into the paint, throws up, tries the finger roll like George Gervin. No. Don't be pulling that move on the Spurs. DeJounte Murray into Doug McDermott. McDermott with a layup off the glass, and oh my goodness, Spurs up by 29. Jared, that Giants game was so bad yesterday. It was unwatchable. I will still watch them, but I'm going to be doing something else while they're on. I'm going to be editing videos or building a Magic the Gathering deck. Their offense is so putrid. I can only pray that Jake Fromm gets to start this Sunday so we can get something different because Mike Glennon is not the answer. And I don't know why you keep trotting out the same dude expecting a different result. He is not a starting quarterback in the NFL. I hope Landale comes back in, CB. Oh, we have 2 free throws, by the way, for Eric Bledsoe. First one's good. Evan, what's going on? Whew. This has been a good Spurs game. Joe Mama in the G League? Yes, Joe Wieskamp is still in Austin. Hey, Ofa, no, we cannot. No, we cannot. There's 10 minutes left. Not yet. What's up, Roland? Thank you for stopping in. Derek White with the ball for San Antonio, getting double teamed. Out to DeJounte, open for a baseline 3, and it's good! DeJounte nailing his threes. The Spurs are up by 30! If we can beat the Lakers too, that would be a nice Christmas present for TSR Sports, beating both LA teams. Boston for 3, no good. And the ball's going to eventually land in the hands of Serge Ibaka, who throws it down viciously. The ball was bouncing around between multiple players on that one. Ibaka comes down with it and throws down a 2-hand dunk. Nora Morse is a great song, by the way. Merry Christmas, Roland. Metallica. Love me, Miss Metallica. Bryn Forge for 3. No good. Terrence Mann with the rebound. Get it up to Paul George. George takes a quick 3. All right, call timeout, Pop. Clippers getting some momentum. You know you want to. Set 101-76. DeJounte will bring it up for San Antonio. Most of the actually the entire Spurs starting lineup is in there, minus Keldon. Bryn Forbes is in there right now. DeJounte baseline jumper is no good. Paul George with the rebound. Here come the Clippers. Telling you. Didn't feel too safe with the. I'm not going to feel safe with this lead unless there's like 3 minutes left and we're up by 20. Paul George taking it at the Spurs, gets into the paint, throws it up and gets fouled hard. Lots of contact between Derek White, Paul George, and Jakob Poeltl. The Austin Spurs won by 29? Wow. How do the Spurs beat the Jazz but lose to the Kings and then play like this against the Clippers? We're so inconsistent. The old man squad, ouch. Paul George with 21, 6, and 6. He had missed the last 5 games due to an elbow injury. I thought he was out for health and safety protocol. I didn't realize he had an elbow issue. Paul George's first free throw is good, and that Spurs lead is slowly evaporating. Actually, it's quickly evaporating. Scottie Pippen greater than Tim Duncan? No, I would disagree with that. I would agree Jordan greater than Tim Duncan. Yes, I said it, Spurs fans. Michael Jordan is, I feel, the greatest player of all time. Jared, what's up? Me and Ish. What? Well, congratulations. Thank you for the $2 super chat, and congratulations. You and Asia are married. So I guess she's going to be changing her name to Asia Williams. 23-point game. The lead is going down. Don McDermott getting harassed on defense by Terrence Mann. And Terrence is going to get fouled for a little too much. Jared Williams was timed out by Jared Williams? Oh, it's the fake account that's super chatting. No, you guys don't have to time them. Please don't do that. I know he's trolling, but I know that's not real. But the person super chatting the channel and then getting timed out, Keldon Johnson to DeJounte to Doug for 3. That is no good. And now a whistle. I look like Eminem. I look like Eminem? Does Eminem have a beard now? I think the foul's on Ibaka for hooking Jakob Poeltl. Yep, Spurs ball, 14 on the shot clock, 8:13 to go. Let's make a bucket here. Forbes gets it to Jakob. Jakob goes underneath the defense and gets a reverse layup. Jakob Poeltl, nice moves in the paint. Yeah, it's just a troll. I mean, Eminem does have a beard. George in the paint and throws it down with one hand and one. Oh my gosh, the Clippers are not giving up. 7:50 to go. Good day, Cruz. I look like a beaver in the nicest way. Is there a nice way to say that? Ming Nan, thank you for stopping in. Channel member, appreciate your support as well. Nice dunk by Paul George and one. I have no idea what Eminem looks like. I remember what he looks like in My Name Is What song or whatever, but he was like a young kid. Jared, it happened last night. There was a fake Beantown breakdown. There was a fake. I super chatted myself. There was a fake TSR Sports, so I thought that was very creative trolling. So I mean, George's free throw is Jock Landale is back in the game and he missed a free throw. 103.87, 45 left in the game. Jock Landale's back in. Christopher Rowan with the $5 super chat. Thank you, my man. He says, "Go Spurs, go! Merry Christmas, y'all." And Eminem is kind of a rock and a beard, although a stretch. And we have a miss in the paint, and Jock Landale's tipping is no good. Let me focus on that. But thank Christopher for the super chat. I'll have to look up Eminem after the stream and see what his beard looks like. Terrence Mann in the paint. Throws it back out to Boston. Boston. A lot of headbands out there. And a steal by DeJounte Murray. Spurs trying to run. They got numbers 3-on-2. And the ball is going to be deflected. Nice defense by the Clippers in transition. Now the ball just rolling around on the floor and finally lands in the hands of Terrence Mann, who throws it down with a dunk. And Pop's going to call a timeout. Congratulations to DeJounte Murray, setting the record for most triple-doubles in a season for San Antonio Spurs. We're not even halfway through the season. Get that man in the All-Star game. What do you think about how DeMar DeRozan? Man, he's got a running mate. Zach LaVine, I'm happy for DeMar. We have a timeout going to commercial break, but I'm very much I'm happy for DeMar. We're in a commercial break, Jared. I can't see the clock right now, but the Clippers said, "Hold my beer." We're not done yet. Another time when we're back from commercial break, guys. Thought of that, but really? Me and Eminem? I don't know any Eminem stuff. I really don't. I know my name is what? Cause I'm what is it? Cause I'm the TSR, the real TSR. I can't. No. Thank you. 7:35 left. I think we lost the game last season. We were up by 35 in the third. All right, Ace. We're up by 35. Was it that much? Go Spurs, go! Was it 2 seasons ago? We had a huge come from behind victory against the Rockets in double OT. That's the game Lonnie went off. And the Rockets did it to us later in the year where they were down like 25 or something. But I don't remember the 35 one. SSS, what's going on? The New York Lennons? No. Give or take 7 minutes. My take on this year's San Antonio Spurs, I got 3 things for you. They're going to be fun to watch, but frustrating at times because of how inconsistent they can be. We're going to break the all-time record, or Pop is going to break the all-time record for wins. I think they're just going to be short of the playoffs. There's an outside chance they could sniff the play-in again. I don't see us being a top 8 team. Just too inconsistent. Thank you, SSS. Appreciate that. Now, next year, we're going to have more than likely wait, what was my thing? Fun to watch. Pop. Oh, I think we'll still get a lottery pick. And if we get a top 3 lottery pick, watch out. John, there's about 7 minutes, give or take. We're in a commercial break. I can't see the clock. The Celtics, that's right. I do rap in one song. I did a New York Giants rap song, a rap metal song on my music channel. It's called the New York Giants Win. It's a New York Giants Win, which hasn't happened much this year. But my New York Giants Win fan song, it's like a minute and a half or a minute 50. I do rap a little in there. It's terrible. Terribly good. I think Becky probably. Maybe. Asia, what's up? Jared, thank you for the $2 super chat. Please don't sign that person out. Very creative what you're doing with the super chats. DeJounte Murray pull-up jumper is no good. Gets his own miss. Out to Doug McDermott. McDermott in the paint throws up a reverse layup, and it's good. And finally we scored. I don't rap like Eminem. No, I never practice rapping. If I practice it every day, I'm sure I would be good at it. I never practice. And that's an easy shot in the paint for... Who was that? I didn't see who made that bucket for the Clippers. My bad. Spurs ball. Up by 21. 6:15 left to go. Spurs have most of their starters in at this point. Except for Derek. They have Devin Sellin, and then Yak is in foul trouble, so he is not in there, and Jacques Lindale is. And we have a foul against Jacques Lindale. Lucas, why are you confused, my man? Do we really lead in shots? We usually are pretty good in the paint. Non-shooting foul. What does it take? Just enjoy what you're doing. Like, my music channel's small, but I love making music. I absolutely love it. And I hope someday that channel gets to 1,000 subscribers. DeJounte Murray pull-up jumper in the paint. How many points does DeJounte have? 107-84, 5:54 to go. But please don't troll that, G Field. I see we put it in there 3 times now. Yeah, no, the Clippers still have their starters in there. PG-13 still in there. Now a steal by DeJounte Murray. Keldon wide open for a baseline 3. He takes the 3. Front rim no good. Jacques Lindale with the offensive board. Back to Keldon. And 8 seconds on the shot clock. Keldon will get it out to DeJounte Murray. DeJounte getting guarded tight by Terrence Mann. Pull-up jumper from DeJounte is in and out, Burger. And another offensive board for the Spurs. Kellen Johnson into the paint. No good. No whistle. He's looking at the refs. He got hammered. Okay. Boston with the ball in the paint. Kicks it out to PG-13 for 3. PG pulls it down into the paint, and he just loses the ball and falls over. DeJounte sprinting up the court and gets fouled by Ibaka. 5 minutes to go. I'm surprised the subs in. And Jared Williams with a $2 super chat that says, there can be multiple Jared Williams. This is true. Rich, do you play the drums? I do play the drums, Phil. So I'll be transparent with you guys. So I record everything on Cool Edit 96. That's right. I'm recording on my stuff on a program that is 25 years old. Cool Edit 96. I use a Bose Metal 2 timeout. So I'll just chat with you guys about music. Bose Metal MT2 Zone, the most hated metal pedal in the world. I record the left channel guitar, right channel guitar. I then record the bass, and then I do use an Alesis SR16 drum machine. Now I actually have to tap out a lot of those drums with my fingers, so a lot of that I'm actually playing. The double bass is programmed, the blast beats are programmed, a couple of the drum fills are programmed, but like I just hit play and then stop it when it's necessary, but a lot of that's me playing it. So I do have a real drum kit that in my basement. I just don't have a way to mic it. So I just use the Alesis XR16, which I can plug into my computer. Then I record the vocals, and then poof, there's the song. Christopher Roman with the $2 super chat with the or multiple William Jarrett. Landon Market, what's going on? The Warriors beat the Kings 113-98. I don't know who's doing all these super chats. I appreciate you for super chatting the channel. No, my phone is right here. I have my computer, OBS, Open Broadcast Software, and then Logitech C922 camera. Then I have a big light, Limo Studio light right here. Wish there was another Bobby. I need more hands. Oh my Lanta. Let me throw a link to my music channel. We're almost at 200 thumbs up, by the way. Can we get to 200 before the night is over? If anybody hasn't checked out my music channel, there's heavy metal on there, Christian metal, Christian death metal. There's also Christmas death metal. I've got 4 Christmas songs up there if you're looking for Christmas music to annoy your parents or friends or girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. There's a cover of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, The First Noel, Jingle Bells, and Frosty the Snowman. There's some political songs on there. There's some live Christian music. There's music from 20 plus years ago when I didn't know what the heck I was doing, and the music is absolutely terrible, but good for a laugh. And now I will drop the link in the channel below. Or drop the channel link in the chat. Wow, I'm getting tired. Coming back from timeout, Spurs up 107-84. Man, I hope we beat the Lakers on Wednesday night. It would be nice. Absolutely perfect to have 2 wins against both LA teams this week. Christian death metal. I know it's an oxymoron, but 6 more steals for a quad double. Not happening. I think he's not. Paul George is on the bench. I think we're going into garbage time. How come something? Blue means you have a wrench. It means you can time people out, make sure nobody's using abusive language in the chat. And I think the benches are emptied for now. Actually, Kelman's out there. Derek's out there. What's 23-point game and we still have starters out there? Paul George is sitting. Can we pop wire the starters out there? Seriously, Derek White with the ball right now. Out to Kellen. Kellen's going to dribble all the way back to three-point line. Pick and roll with Jakob Pertl. Out to DeJounte. Back to Derek White. Wide open for three. Come on, Derek. He hit the side of the... Oh, that was just an ugly brick. Devin with the putback. Oh, my gosh. He was wide open. And it like... I don't even know how to describe how bad that shot was. Steal by the Spurs. DeJounte Murray all alone for the fast break. Huge thunder dunk of justice! Exclamation point. Get the starters out, Pop. This game is over. 4:20 left in the game. Both teams should get their starters out. Zubac's in there. He should not be playing anymore. Terrence Mann with the ball right now. Nice backdoor pass. Beautiful pass to Justice Winslow, and he hits a big three. This is, no, I am not a fan of LeBron. I'm admittedly not, and I'll just leave it at that. DeJounte pull-up jumper, no good. We have a whistle, and time to empty the benches. Jock Landale's the backup center now. Drew Eubanks didn't play. Unless Pop puts Drew in now, but I'd rather have Jock out there. Let the guy get more minutes. 3:58 to go. Spurs up by 24. Fouls on them, and I see Trey Jones on the floor. So Pop probably emptying the bench. That would be great. Scottie Pippen, Grannon, Tarter Parker, Mason, I probably would agree with that. 6-time NBA champion. Yeah, Pop has emptied the bench. Actually, Drew Eubanks is in there. All right, Drew getting some playing time. I'm okay with that. And we're going to have a foul on KBD on Serge Ibaka. So Drew Eubanks now our garbage time center. Pirtle fouled out? Yeah, I don't know why Devin Vassell's in the game. That's my one question mark. Why play Devin? Yeah, I don't know why he's out there. Yeah, Hayof, I think you could safely say Spurs win. Can we get to 200 thumbs up for the Spurs win tonight, my friends? Spurs fans? Clippers fans, thank you for being here, but I can't imagine too many Clippers fans are still here at this point. 111-87, and Serge Ibaka misses the first free throw. Ibaka's second free throw is good. 3:44 to go. And I'm going to bed right after this thing. Jordan, that's how I feel right now. 2 offensive fouls and ball hog. Nice. Eubanks with the ball right now. Zubac is still in the game. Why is he still out there? Gets it to Devin Vassell. Vassell's jumper is no good. And it is Clippers ball. Tony Kukoc, Trina Manu Ginobili, I would say no. I would not agree with that. Reverse layup is no good by Brandon Boston Jr. Ball's going to go out of bounds and stay with the Clippers. Both teams in the bonus, 3:15 to go. Thad's on the bench, but he's probably never going to play again for San Antonio unless it's a desperate situation. I think he's done because he keeps talking. Boston with the ball right now. You'll kick it out for an open three, and that three is no good by Justice Winslow. Nah. No pad statting needed. He had 2 big threes. Drew Eubanks with the ball right now in the post. Throws up a little jump hook. It's in and out Berger and Zubac, who inexplicably is still in the game. Zubac should not be out there. Do the Clippers have no other big men? Are they out? Serge Ibaka pulls up for 3. No good. Bryn Forbes with the rebound. Because Devin's been bad recently, right after we almost thought he's figured it out. Consistent thing for KBD for 3, no good. There's still, at least the Spurs are watchable. As a New York Giants fan as well, the Spurs are not, or the Giants are 0 watchable. Kyle Cruz with the $2 super chat. Here you go, Kyle. Let's go Rockets. Isn't it Kyle Cruz? Close enough. You're awesome. Whoever's doing that, thank you. Appreciate you supporting the channel. Devin Vassell with the ball. Under 2 minutes to go. This is obviously this game is over. If you could hit the thumbs out on the way out, if you're on your way out because the game is over, appreciate you. Go Spurs, go! Big win tonight against a Clippers team in LA. Is KBD with the runner in the paint. DeJounte could be the next face of the Spurs. Yeah, Tony, it happens to everybody. 3:34 to go. Spurs up by 24. 3:34 to go. And I'm going to bed right after this thing. Jordan, that's how I feel right now. If you could hit the thumbs out on the way out because the game is over, appreciate you. Go Spurs, go! Big win tonight against a Clippers team in LA. Is KBD with the runner in the paint. DeJounte could be the next face of the Spurs. OMG Smirk, what will be the score? I'm not sure. Boston hits a jumper. I mean, there's still a minute and a half left. I don't know what the over-under on the game was. I think we're probably pacing to be under. Did it finish fast, Kyle? Evan? Oh my gosh, I'm tired. I'm sorry. Yeah, I've been streaming for only 2 hours and 5 minutes. Now I started a little late. Hey, that's a big 3. I don't know who shot it. Sorry, I'm tired and it's the blowout. It is 12:38 where I am, which means I'm going to bed right away. I'll go over the end of the game stats, of course. Boston with the ball drives, throws up a layup, and neither team's playing defense right now. It was Forbes. Thank you. MK, go Spurs, go is right. Another 3 is no good. Ball falls in the hands of Trey Jones. Vassell wide open for 3. He'll take it, and he'll miss it. They've been having a rough shooting night. Clippers were favored by 11? Oh, okay, J Money. I was wondering why Zubac's been out there all night. Boston pulls up. No good. And the rebound fall to Trey Jones, and the teams both obviously look like they're just ready to go home. I'll take this. Let's beat the other LA. Let's beat the Lakers Wednesday night, and that'll be a great week for Spurs fans. Yeah, tough loss against the Kings last night, whatever. Beating both LA teams will be fine with me. I'll be live for the game, so if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you want to hang out for that game, and of course any other Spurs content and coverage. And let's not try. There is no try. There is no try. Let's beat the Lakers. And I think the Clippers are just going to dribble the ball out. So I feel confident in putting the FIN up on here. That is the final score. Let's get a win streak going. All right, I'll pull up the final stat. This is a great win for the Spurs. This is a good Clippers team. And Paul George coming back. Let's pull up the line for everybody. For the Clippers, Paul George with 25, 6, and 6. Terrence Mann with 11. Ivica Zubac with 12 and 12. Luke Kennard with 5. Reggie Jackson with 10. Off the bench for the Clippers, Eric Bledsoe with 9. Serge Ibaka with 4. Nicholas Batum with 3. Brandon Boston Jr. with 8 points. And Justice Winslow with 5. Go Spurs, go is right. Lakers, Wednesday, J Money. Well, I guess technically it's Tuesday now, so it would be tomorrow. For the San Antonio Spurs, Keldon Johnson with 12 and 12. Had another rough shooting night, though. 5 of 13. He was 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. He seems like he can hit all his threes, but he struggles with his twos. I don't get it. Doug McDermott with 16. Jakob Poeltl with 17, 11, and 5. Plus, Jakob had 3 steals and 2 blocks. That's a pretty darn good line for the big man. DeJounte Murray, 24, 12, and 13. Another triple-double for DeJounte, plus 4 steals against only 2 turnovers. Yeah, DeJounte had a fabulous night. Plus, he was 4 of 6 from beyond the arc. Derek White, if you take away the three-point shooting and the turnovers, Derek had a good night, but it was a little bit of a rough night for Derek. He did have 15 points, but he was 0 for 6 from beyond the arc, and he did have 4 turnovers. Lonnie Walker finished with only 6. Lonnie, quiet night tonight. Devin Vassell with 6 points and 8 boards, but he was 3 of 11 from the field. Jacques Lindell with 8 points, hit both of his threes. Trey Jones with 0 points, but he had 8 rebounds. Has he been practicing with DeJounte Murray with his rebounding? Brent Forbes with 10 points and 4 boards and 4 assists. Brent actually had a good night. All right, Brent. Drew Eubanks with a donut and KBD with 2. That's all of it. We are up 1 win on the Lakers in the all-time record. I know. We need to keep that. Thank you, Phil. I saw that, my friends. We hit the 200 thumbs up. Let's keep it going on the way out. I got to wrap it up. It's 12:42 where I am. I need to get to bed. I got to work, and I got to be up for work in about 6 hours. So I want to thank you all for being here. Appreciate your support. Great Spurs win, and that's all I got. Until next time, what you gonna do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Go Spurs, go!